in their own category who have earned like millions in their business, and they taught us some strategy, right? So the next blueprint to million is gonna be next year, June. So are you coming June next year to the next blueprint to million? Are you coming June next year to the next blueprint to millions? If you are, put yes in the chat. The next one is gonna be June 13 to the 16th, 2023. If you're gonna be in the room, I need you to put yes in the chat. I see you, Felicita. I see you, Brenda. iPhone Crystal, La Vie. Hey, girl. I see you. I see you. It was good. Thelma, it was really, really good. And don't worry, if you're coming next year, I got something special for you. If you're coming next year, let me tell you, like everybody who came to the conference, they pay about like $750 to get there and up. Okay. The people who came this year. But guess what? I'm doing something special for y'all today. If you get registered to come today to the conference next year, you're gonna get 50% off, y'all. Okay, 50% off. Okay, if you register today to come to next year. So that's like, okay. Cheryl say that's my birthday. Yes, girl. Yes, girl. Awesome. Yeah. So when you register today, you get 50% off, and we can drop the link. I only have limited spot at this price because this is crazy, y'all. Let me tell you, anybody was in here, wasn't this conference worth more than $1,000? Let me know in the chat. If you went and you know you were there, you know this conference was worth more than $1,000 for sure. And let me know, right? Yeah. So, and after, like just after day one, people were coming to you and say, Sue, if you stop the conference today, after just the first day, people were like, Sue, if you stop the conference today, guess what? We already got our money worth. We already got our money worth after the first day, right? We had a lot of tears, a lot of crying, lots of breakthrough, lots of laughter, lots of dancing, right? Yeah, somebody say way worth more than the money. I see it in the chat. They said it only to me. But I think that was a mistake. But yeah, way worth more than the money. Yeah. So yeah, so although you are not there, like I said, my team and I today, we're gonna give you a taste of what happened. We're gonna share some of the special moment, some of the special presentation with you. All right. So this is the people that spoke at the conference. We got Dr. Mike Chua. Man, he's amazing. He's a physical therapist. He has his own physical therapy business, and now he's adding home care. He's one of our clients. Joy, she's an expert in HR. We had Andy. Andy is amazing. We had Coach Cass. Andy is a storytelling coach, and he used to be my coach, right? And we have Dr. Cass. She's a love doctor, y'all. She's amazing. Victoria, she teach people how to start CNA school, and she taught us how to strategically partner with CNA school so we can get our home care agency to the next level. And my friend, Shanita Jones, she's a financial expert, and she taught us things on how to make sure financially our business is secure. And Cheryl say, please don't forget Woody. I don't have Woody picture, but yeah. So Woody.
So those are our coaches, but those are the other coaches that we brought in to actually teach different things about the journey to a million. Please make sure that everybody is muted, except us. Please make sure that everybody is muted, right? So those are the coaches that taught us different things in the journey to million. And of course, we also had another attendee, another guest for a fireside chat. And then, of course, we had Woody. Woody was our MC. Let me tell you, y'all. Woody was our MC, of course.
But before we even go there, if you were there, who was your favorite speaker? Drop it in the chat.
Favorite speaker.
Drop it in the chat.
Besides the two of us, okay? Besides the two of us. We already know we are your favorite speakers. You already know that. But besides Sue and I, who was your favorite speaker, right? Who was your favorite amongst, Dr. Mike, Joy, Andy, Dr. Kaz, Victoria, Shanita? Oh, Cheryl said all of them. All right, Cheryl's like, I'm not going to say anybody. All right, Kendra said Mike and Victoria. Who else? All, Can't pick just one.
Okay, you can pick two. Yeah, it was so good. Yeah, we had Woody. Woody was like amazing. It was like MC. Yeah, he kept the room like up and going. Yeah. It kept the room up and going. It was so good. We had the DJ. Yeah, it was good, y'all. It was really good. It was like I'm still on high. I still don't like know all of the things to say. So is it okay to show you a quick clip of how the first day was? Is it okay to share a quick clip on how, actually, before I even go to the first day. So before I even go to the first day, what I call day 0. So on Tuesday, we had what I call day 0, which was basically the day where I had a special training for all the VIPs, because we had 2 tickets. We had the VIP ticket and the general admission. So on Tuesday, we had special training for all the VIPs, right? All the VIPs. So basically what it was a round table where all the VIPs, we had about 13 people in the VIPs. So where all of them came, and I basically went into their business and give them, me and Enoch, we went into their business and give them actionable steps that they need based on specific issues that they had in their business, so they can get to the next level in their business. Any VIPers in the room? If you're a VIP in the room, let me know in the chat.
Put VIP in the chat.
Put VIP in the chat, because VIP was on point. VIP was great. And then on Tuesday night, what we did, hey Brenda, VIP, I see you. Tell my VIP, yes. On Tuesday evening, so the VIP was from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Then on Tuesday night, 6:30 to 8:30, we had a praise party, right? Wants me to be wealthy. God wants me to be wealthy. Put that in the chat. Put that in the chat. Because when Enoch went into that, it was a lot of breakthrough there. Those teaching really opened people's eyes. Because a lot of time we learn that it's good to be poor. That's how you make it to heaven, right? That's how you get there. But those things are lies. They not true. They not biblical. Because the thing is, when money is in the hand of the right people, guess what? We can do more good. We can change the world. And like I was telling my students, money talks. Even there's a verse in the Bible that said there was a wise man in a city. He told the people about something that was gonna happen. They didn't listen to him because he was broke. And people don't listen to broke people. And if you want to be at a place of influence, you need to get some moolah somewhere, okay? Of course, the right way, legit, okay? We ain't gonna do nothing bad over here. But the right people like us who have the right heart, the right mind, the right mindset, the right integrity, the people who are followers of Christ, we need to have money in order to even do more good in the world. If you agree with that, I want you to put yes in the chat. Put yes in the chat. Put yes in the chat if you agree with that. And tonight, in the after party, I'm gonna be sharing with you some special presentation, some strategy that you need to take your agency to the next level. Okay. And also, I will be able to share with you the opportunity to join the select group of home care bosses who decided to stop swimming in the shallow water and be a diver and go deeper so they can follow the pathway to their first or next $1 million in revenue in their home care agency. Where are my divers? If you're at the conference, you know what that is. Where are my divers? All of my divers, identify in the comments. And if you're not at the conference, you don't know what diver is, but you're gonna know soon, right? You're gonna know soon. And if you wanna be a diver and you wanna be part of the select group of people that say, yes, I want $1 million home care agency. I need to know how to get there. I need the infrastructure. I need to be part of that select group. Is that okay with you that I share how you can do that at the end of this? If that's okay for me to share that with you at the end of this after party, just let me know in the comment. Let me know in the comment. I see my deep dive there. So yeah, look at this is some of the pictures. If you see yourself here, this is some of the picture of the white party. Yeah, it looks so beautiful. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. All the picture. This is Judas, Christella, Kiki, Loria, Wendy, Cammy, all of you. Look at this. Shirley, all of you in this picture. So many of you in this picture. Look at those pictures. So beautiful. So beautiful. And on the side here, we have the gift bag. We give everybody gift bags and all of those things, right? All of those things. Gift bag. The gift bag were fire, y'all. I love the gift bag. They were fire, fire, fire. And really, some of the key things before I even get there, let me show them the video. Can you stop sharing? Show them the video how this whole thing started. The intro video. Is that okay that I share the intro video with y'all? Is that okay? It's not long, I promise. Is that okay that I share the intro video with y'all? Is it okay that I share the intro video with you all? Let me know in the chat. So we'll put it there and show it to you all. Okay. So we're gonna share it with y'all. Okay, so let us know. Can you see the screen? Welcome to Blueprint to Millions. I want you to give yourself a round of applause and celebrate yourself. You did something that most people wouldn't do. So I know you're amazing, and those 3 days are going to be God amazing. I can't wait to see the transformation that is going to happen in your life, in your business as a result of those 3 days. So again, welcome to Blueprint to Millions. We're super excited to have you here, and we are very proud of you.
How did this all started? What is the origin story of Home Care Bosses United? Hi, I'm Enoch Dennis, the Chief Operating Officer of Home Care Bosses United, and this is how we get here. A little quick story on how this came about. So basically, we had our own home care agency, minding our own business. And one day I have a college friend of mine on Facebook, and she asked a question. She was like, who has a home care agency in South Florida? I would like to pick your brain. And I saw the questions. I was like, oh, okay, we can help. So I answered and I replied, say, hey, my wife can help. And after that, you know, I connected my wife with my friend, and then they decided, hey, they have to meet so that my wife can help her a little bit more.
Yeah, so I took it from there. I was super excited. I'm like, yeah, another person. Like, I want to help. Oh, what is it? So we met. We both were young moms. We decided to meet at Starbucks. I remember she came in with her baby. I came with my baby. She came with her application for the state. I reviewed the application. I told her everything was right. And when we were parting ways, I told her, you know what? Congratulations. This is just the first step. You're gonna have so much more, so many questions after you actually get started. So I know you have a lot of questions. I don't have a lot of time, but what I can do is I'll create a Facebook group just for the two of us. So whenever you have questions, you can just drop it there, and when I get a chance, I'll answer.
So the group was supposed to be for the two of them. However, because my wife was kind of like helping people all over the place who had questions about their home care agencies and other groups, somehow people started flooding the group that was created only for the two of them. The thing is, that was not the plan. That was not the plan at all. And we didn't know what we were doing with the Facebook group, how to manage and how to do anything with the Facebook group.
All we wanted to do, really, I wanted to help people and give people value, but there was no other intention. And when people started coming to the group, I was like, what do I do? So I got them into the group and I started teaching people how to start their home care agency for free $99. Yeah, and we did that for a while. And eventually, we turned this into a business. And over the last 4 years, we've been able to help over 350 agencies get started. We've been able to help over 200 existing agencies grow in scale. And it is such a pleasure for us to be part of your life, part of this mission. And I know every single one of you, I know we met. It's not a coincidence. I know we are called to be part of your life, and you are called to be part of our lives. And I want to give a great shout out to Enoch because I know I'm the one that you see. You see my face. And Enoch is usually in the background, but really, I couldn't do all of this without Enoch. Enoch is really the strategist behind our brain. Anything you see me executing is him with the vision, and I'm here executing this vision. So I am super excited to have you here. It's gonna be amazing. So welcome to Blueprint 2 Million.
Can't wait to serve you and to serve you a whole lot more at a high, big capacity. So here's the thing. This is your home. This is your place, your home for the next few days. So just enjoy it, be present, and meet people, network, get the most out of this, ask your questions, ask each other questions, and have some fun.
Let's do this, y'all. Let's go, home care bosses. Also, did you guys like the video? Did you guys like the video? Shout out to our videographer. I know he's not on here, but his name is Edwidge, for a job well done. He really did an amazing job with the videography. So shout out to Edwidge. Let me bring my slides back. Give me 1 second as I bring my slides back. So 1 second as I bring the slides back. Okay, awesome.
So on day one, those are some of the things that Sue and I and our speakers that we kind of like we really developed during day one. For people who are here on day one, let us know in the chat. We talked about the $1 million identity, $1 million team. Oh my goodness, like what is it exactly you need in your to identify yourself as to get to $1 million income revenue? How to build $1 million team? How do you have the $1 million financial management for your agency? $1 million support. Listen, y'all, this cannot be done as an isolated act. It's not. It takes a lot of support to actually build the infrastructure to get there. So we talked about the $1 million support, the $1 million mindset that you need in order to get there, so that you are not struggling to get there. And we also talk about the $1 million leadership that you need to exhibit in order to lead your team, to lead your people, to lead your support, to execute that one goal. So those are the all the things that we executed. And on day one, tell them a little bit about what happened on day one.
Yeah, so this is a funny story. So on day one, we had it all planned. We had the speakers. In day one, we had Dr. Love, Coach Cass spoke. Who else spoke? HR specialist Joy Pittman spoke. I spoke. Enoch spoke. And the surprise we had on my storytelling coach, one of my very first coach that we hired, I had invited him to speak on Friday. But to my surprise, on Wednesday, he showed up. At the conference. And when he showed up on Tuesday, I'm like, guess what? You're here. I need you. I was telling I didn't even know he was going to come. And in the morning, it's like, this was so well orchestrated. In the morning, somebody asked a question about how do you invest in coaches? Are you scared when you invest in coaching? And I told them how scared I was when I invest into my storytelling coach, right? And I was telling them the story. I didn't know my storytelling coach was going to show up on that day. So when he showed up, I was so excited. I'm like, hey, Andy is here. You have to come here. I've been telling the people about you. You have to come here and tell the people something. I need you to share something with you. And y'all, let me tell you, he came in and he rocked that stage, y'all. It was so good. He gave this presentation, y'all. If you hear us talking about diver, we're talking about snorkelers, you're like, what is a diver? You don't know. Guess what? Andy came and he walked our boat with this amazing presentation. How many of you, I want to see what Andy, your storytelling coach, what he taught you guys at the conference. If you want to see the presentation, let me know in the comment. Let me know. If I have enough yes in the chat, I may show it to you. But if I don't, I'm going to skip it.
Yeah, okay? We're going to skip that presentation. If you don't have enough yes in the comment, if you want to skip that presentation, listen, that presentation was over the top. The was crazy. Even till today, people are still talking about that one presentation. Listen, if you want to see it, okay, let me tell you. I'm going to tell you exactly. There are about 72 people on this. I can share this with 10 yeses. It's not possible. It's not possible, right? It's not possible. If you were not here, you want to see it. We cannot share this with 10, 15,
I know.
people.
No,
when we have 72 people on this, right? We got to know. All 72 of you want to see this? All 72 of you, do you want to see this presentation, y'all? You want to see it? Those are presentations that when we went to his program, where we pay upwards of $10,000 more to see this, and we want to share it with you,
Okay, I think they own it. Let's see it.
All right, so let's see it. Let's see
Enoch gonna pull it up. Enoch is gonna pull it up. While Enoch is pulling it up, if you hey, I'm ready. I want to secure my seat for next year. Go to our website. Our team drop it in the comment. My Blueprint to Millions, and take advantage of the 50% off right now and get your seat secure for next year. Because let me tell y'all, okay, this conference was sold out this year, and it was really good. I know next year we're gonna be sold out faster. Okay, so make sure you get in there and get your ticket while you can at the 50% off. You can go to the website, My Blueprint to Millions, and get it there. And I got it ready. Are you guys ready? And I got the presentation up. Let's go. I want you to hold up. Don't put it yet. I want you guys to take note. This is a serious presentation. You're not gonna see this again. After I put this, I'm gonna erase it from Facebook, erase it. You're not gonna see this, okay? So I want you to pay attention and take note, because this presentation right here is about to change your whole life. Are you ready? Are you ready? If you're ready, put yes in the chat, and I'm gonna play it. Let's go.
Oh my goodness.
Yes! Wait, how soon gonna go ahead and get between you and dinner? Man, that's crazy. Get somebody a high five, say, let's get these millions. Now, so I want you to say it like you really mean it. Say, let's get these millions. I can eat later. Some of y'all looking at me like, really, Andy? I can eat later? Man, I've been waiting to go eat something. So we were standing outside. I was having a conversation with Sue. And I said, Sue, do you remember you were at my event and you came to the event? You really were like, I think Enoch needs to be here. And both of y'all were here. And then it was time for you to make the decision. Your knees started knocking. You got the humming and hawing and looking away and stuff. And you remember that? She said, oh, I told him that story this morning. I told him the story. I said, I wonder how many people are sitting in the audience right now that are where you were before. That they're just this close to getting to their breakthrough. But they just need to have a conversation. Is anybody okay if we just have a conversation? Yes or yes? But I want to make sure you know this is not any kind of conversation. Can we have what we call a locker room conversation? I'm talking about a kitchen table conversation. I'm talking about make sure we only got family in the room type conversation. Is that okay with you? Yes, yes? Now, I want to go ahead and bring you up to speed here. When I ask you if something's okay, yes, yes, I want you to respond with a high energy, yes, yes. So I'm asking you again, is that okay with you, yes or yes? Is that okay, yes, yes? You ready to make these millions, yes or yes? So here's what I came to.
Hold up, y'all not ready. Nobody's ready to make. I wish y'all could interact in the chat. Are y'all ready to make those millions? Yes, yes, let me know in the chat. I don't want you to just listen. I want you to interact too. Oh, y'all, only Rachel is ready to. Okay now. Okay, I see y'all. Let's go.
I grew up in a Caribbean household. My mom told me that the key to success, she said, here's what you got to do. You got to go to school. You got to get a good education. And then you got to get a good job. But let me tell you the way my mom said. She said, Enzi, baby, the key to success in the country, you have to go to school, you have to get good education, and you have to get a good job. Everybody say with me, good job. That's Haitian remix of good job. And so I followed the script. I did everything my mom told me to do. I went to school at Florida State University. I studied like crazy. I graduated summa cum laude, a fancy way of saying I was a straight A student. I decided to stay an extra year. I got my master's degree in corporate accounting. While I was in the corporate accounting program, a group of us, we decided to study for the CPA exam. I'm studying every night for the CPA exam. I took the exam, 2-day exam, 16 hours, and passed that bad boy on the first try. Can I get a little round of applause? Give it up, give it up, give it up, give it up. Now, praise the Lord, I passed it because I tell myself, I'm only do that one time. Anybody ever do that? You ever have something you're doing? You're like, I'm going to do that one time. Either it worked or I'm going to be the little engine that coulda, shoulda, tried, but it just didn't work out. And so I ended up landing a job with the big 4 public accounting firms, a company by the name of PricewaterhouseCoopers. And so here I am, I'm working with this company. I got every reason to do good, and I'm trying to figure something out. Why is it that I'm working for this amazing company with these amazing people? And I got every reason to feel good and to do well, but yet and still, my life is starting to follow a basic routine. I'm waking up every single day to the sound of an alarm clock. I'm jumping out of my bed. I'm getting in my car to fight traffic to get to a place in which I knew that something inside me was saying, Andy, there's gotta be more than this. Now, I just want to make sure I'm in the right room. Has anybody ever showed up to a place in your life, a place in your business, a relationship, a set of circumstances where you were saying to yourself, there has got to be more than this? If I'm talking to you right now, raise your hand, say me, 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 me. Okay, so I got some company here. And so for about 1.5 years, I thought about taking a chance on myself. For 1.5 years, I thought about becoming an entrepreneur, a speaker, and a coach. And here's what I did for 1.5 years. I would talk myself into it and then talk myself right back out of it. How many of you ever had something that you needed to do? Your cousin didn't talk you out of it. Your spouse didn't talk you out of it. You talked yourself into it, and then you talked yourself right back out of it. If you've been there before, do me a favor, raise your hand, say me, 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 me. All right. And so finally for me, I was frustrated. And so for me, December of 2004, that became my defining moment. Because I went from operating in a place of fear to operating in a place of faith. You see, I walked into the office of Tammy Klein, the head of HR, and I turned in the letter of resignation. Now, I wasn't quite sure what my next step was. I just knew I couldn't do that no more. Anybody ever been in a situation you're like, I don't know what's next. I just know I can't do that no more. Everybody do that with me. No more. And so I finally turned in that letter of resignation. And I tell you this, I wish I could tell you I had a game plan. I wish I could tell you that I had the blueprint to the millions, but I didn't. But I was at least smart enough to know that I needed to get a coach. I was at least smart enough to know that I need to get in a room. So I go to the seminar and workshop. There's a gentleman in the front of the room, high energy. He's delivering his presentation. I'm like, wow, this guy's amazing. As soon as he's done, I run up to the front of the room. I said, excuse me, sir. My name is Andy Enriquez. I was sitting in the room, sir. I think you're amazing. I would absolutely love to learn how to be able to communicate and to be able to speak like you. He said, okay, very well. Go to the back of the room and speak to Star Babatoon. She's the director of my programs. I go to the back of the room and she hands me this 3-page brochure for his coaching program. I get that 3-page brochure. I start flipping through the pages of like, you could become a great speaker. It says that you're going to learn how to operate your business. You're going to go ahead and make these millions. Y'all not excited about making the millions? It said you're going to make these millions. I'm like, man, this is awesome. But then I flipped and I got to the last page. I said, oh, they done made a typo on this sheet. Because when I looked at the page, it said 30,000. I'm like, somebody, no. They accidentally put an extra zero on there. How much is that? Somebody tell me how much is that? $30,000. So it's $30,000. Star Babatoon is supposed to call me up the next morning. Next morning, my phone's starting to ring. Star's calling me, and don't judge me. Y'all promise you ain't gonna judge me? I know it started calling me, and what you think I did? I didn't pick up the phone. I ain't pick up that phone. Star called me in the morning, she called me in the afternoon, and she called me in the evening. I still didn't pick up the phone. Star called me again the next day. Y'all know I did not pick up the phone. But here's what ended up happening. I ended up getting a phone call from a number that I didn't recognize. Oh, y'all act like y'all don't know that trick. Act like y'all don't know that trick. Act like y'all ain't ever grabbed somebody else's phone and be like, oh, I'm going to find out. Oh, he's just not going to answer the phone. Oh, she not going to pick up the phone. Oh, okay. Give me your cell phone, baby. Let me just make this call real quick. Act like y'all never been there before. But when I pick up the phone, there's actually a gentleman on the other line, and he goes, hey, what's going on, Andy Enriquez? This is Les Brown, Mamie Brown's baby boy, Pride and Joy. Leslie Calvin Brown. I said, Les Brown, for those of you who don't know, I'm talking about Les Brown's one of the top 5 speakers on the planet. And so Les said, hey, young man, I thought you said you wanted to become a speaker. I said, I do, sir. He said, I thought you said you wanted to go ahead and grow a successful business. I said, I do, sir. He said, I thought you said that you wanted to make impact and make income. I said, I do, sir. He said, well, what happened? I said, but the price. And so we started to have a conversation. And as we got into the conversation, I didn't realize he was setting me up. And here's what he said. He said, well, tell me what you want to do, young man. I said, I want to become a speaker, sir. I want to impact lives, sir. I want to build $1 million business. He said, okay. He said, let me ask you a question. What have you invested in so that you can make those things happen? I got real quiet. Because up until that point, I had bought a book here or there. I invested into a couple of little low-end seminars for $100 here and $100 there. And as we began to have the conversation, he made me realize something. And here's what he made me realize. And if you're a note taker, I want you to write this down because my friend said that note takers are money makers. I want you to write this down. He said, you have to invest at the level in which you expect results. Because here's the thing, you can't come to a conference that's called Blueprint to Millions and say that you want to build $1 million home care agency, but then when you look at your bank account and you look at what's the investments that you've made in yourself, that they're not congruent. Everybody realize that? Yes or yes? So we have to invest at the level in which we expect results. And then as I started to have conversations, I was like, Mr. Brown, you're so amazing, sir. I want to be able to do things like you. I want to be able to speak like you. And he said, whoa, time out, young man. He said, I want you to understand something. He said, you're not investing in Les Brown. What did he tell me? You're investing in who? In yourself. And then you remind me of a conversation. Warren Buffett was being interviewed by Tony Robbins. Tony Robbins asked Mr. Buffett, he said, sir, you've invested in real estate. You've invested in the stock market. You've invested in businesses. He said, out of all of those investments that you've made, which one would you say is the best investment you have ever made? And what did he say? The investment in yourself. He said, because here's what I want you to realize. He said, you can invest in the stock market and possibly lose. You can invest in real estate and possibly lose. He said, but if you invest in yourself and if you apply it, you will always get a return. How many of you would like to always, not a sometimes return, always get a return? Raise your hands, raise your hands, raise your hands. Get somebody a high five, say, invest in yourself, invest in yourself, invest in yourself. And so let me tell you something right now. By the end of that conversation, I'm gonna be honest with you. I had to ask Mr. Brown for a payment plan. I said, can a brother get a payment plan? And I remember sitting outside of Bank Atlantic, was the bank at the time, and I had to send that first $10,000. And I was scared. Everybody say scared. I was scared, y'all. And I remember when I finally walked up and I initiated that wire transfer, something changed. And I want you to write this down. The more you pay, the more you pay attention. The moment that I made a decision to invest at a higher level, all of a sudden, those excuses that I was making before, I stopped making those excuses. The moment I made that investment at a higher level, everything began to shift for me. And all of a sudden, I wasn't concerned about what Mr. Les Brown was doing. I was trying to make sure that I got a return on my investment. Everybody with me on that? Yes or yes? Is this making sense? Yes, yes? So I want to break something down for you, but I need your permission to do it. Because when I share this, I might step on some toes. Is that okay with you? Yes, yes, yes? Now, is it okay if I step on some toes if I'm going to do it with love? Is that okay? Yes, yes? All right. So do me a favor. Anybody who got some open toe shoes on, or if you know you ain't got no like metal over your toes, I want you to put your 10 fingers out and I want you to pull them toes in. Just do it with your hands, right? Do it with your hands. Do it with your, everybody put them hands out, put them fingers out, right? And you go just pull the fingers in, right? That's all I'm saying is pull them toes in. Everybody with me on that, right? So you got fair warning. Everybody with me, put the hands up, put the hands up. We're gonna pull the toes in, okay? So that way, I warned you. I warned you in advance. But understand, when I'm stepping on your toes, I'm doing it with love. Because every single time I had an opportunity to grow, it was as a result of somebody stepping on my toes. It was a result of somebody seeing more than me than what I saw in myself. And it was a result of somebody understanding that for a moment that I was being addicted to my excuses. And if you're a note taker, I want you to write this down because here's a tough decision we all have to make. You can either make excuses or you can make results, but you can't do both. Everybody got me on that? Yes, yes? So I want to make sure you understand that every single person in this room, we're either showing up as one of two people. And Ooh, yes, yes, yes. Y'all about to listen, let me tell you right now. Y'all about to discover real quickly, this might just change your life, but you're going to discover real quickly why I'm a speaker and not an artiste like JJ. All right? But I want you to follow along with me. I want you to realize there's only 2 ways that you are showing up right now in your business and in your life. Anybody curious to know what they are? Yes, 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 yes. But do you guys mind interacting with me and helping me to do this? Because I don't want to do this on my own. I want to get your help. It might change your life, but I don't want to do it on my own. Can I get your help with that? Yes or yes? Fantastic. So let me share something with you. There's only 2 ways that you are showing up in your life. This right here represents the ocean of life. This represents your business. And in our businesses and in our lives, we're only showing up as one of 2 ways. Now, we are either showing up as what I like to refer to, don't judge me. Y'all heard me say don't judge me, right? Now, I'm going to let you get a quick, my wife's making me nervous here drawing this, right? Because she's a better artiste than me. This person right here, what are they doing? Somebody say sinking. This is a snorkeler. This is a snorkeler. For those of y'all like, Andy, we can't make out your drawing. That is a snorkeler. Everybody with me on that? Yes or yes? All right. Now, here's what I'm going to do real quick. I'm going to do a pop quiz. Anybody ever been on a vacation, a trip, anywhere with some water? Raise your hands. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Now, when you go to a destination, they got some water, do they offer you an opportunity to go snorkeling? Yes, yes, yes? Perfect. Now, when they tell you you can go snorkeling, let me ask you a question. How much does it normally cost to go snorkeling? Does it cost a lot of money? No, it's cheap, right? So to be a snorkeler, it's just a little bit of money, correct? Everybody with me on that? Right? So when we go snorkeling, it just costs us. Oh, man, they done put me on blast. I'm on the big screens. But let's think about this. When you are a snorkeler, do you have to invest a lot of money to go snorkeling? Absolutely not. As a matter of fact, somebody throw it out there. Anybody ever been snorkeling before? If you go to a resort, how much money is it? 70. Hey, listen, if they charge you 75, you got hit in the head. All right? So that's what they'll do at a resort is charge you $75. But if you went right now to Walmart or if you went on Amazon to buy some snorkeling gear, how much you think it's going to cost you? About $20. About $20. They're charging you because you're on site, you're at the resort. So we're talking about just a little bit of money. We're talking about maybe anything from $20 to if you were hit in the head, maybe $75. Everybody with me on that? Yes, yes? Yes, yes. Now, my other question for you is this. How long do they spend trying to teach you how to be a snorkeler? Do they spend a lot of time trying to teach? Well, how long do them people talk to you when you're about to go snorkeling? How long? Somebody tell me. Like 5 minutes. Everybody with me on that? Yes, yes? So when you are going snorkeling, not only does it cost you just a little bit of money, but it is like very little time. Everybody got me on that? Yes, yes? So we're talking about it takes you a little bit of money and a little bit of time for you to be a snorkeler. Now, here's the other thing I have to ask you. What is the snorkeler able to have access to? Where does the snorkeler reside? Where does the snorkeler stay? Is the snorkeler up on the surface or are they down deep? The snorkeler, where are they at? Right? But they are in the what? Shallow area. Why? Because they got to be able to keep breathing. Y'all with me on that? Yes, yes. Right? So where does the snorkeler primarily reside on the water? Are they on the surface or are they down deep? They are on the surface. So let's identify what makes a snorkeler. First of all, tell me what's the first attribute of the snorkeler? Does the snorkeler invest a lot of money or little money?
Low money.
A little bit of money. Also, does it take a lot of time to be a snorkeler? A little bit of time. Where does the snorkeler reside? On the surface. Now, all of these special things that are down here in the ocean the fish, all these other things out there. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. All these other things that are down here. Does the snorkeler get to access what's down here? No. Who gets to access what's down deep? What are they called? Ooh, somebody said deep sea diver, right? Somebody said there's some divers up in the house. Okay, so we got the diver down here. Now, in order for this diver to be able to breathe, they need to have their little gear. You know, they got a little something in their mouth. They got a regulator. They got this stuff here. They got their oxygen tank. They might have on their wet gear, the whole nine. Now, are there any divers in the room? Anybody ever been diving, looked into diving or anything? Now, even though you may not have been diving before, let's walk through some things. If you wanted to learn how to dive, do you think it's going to cost you a little more than $20 to $75? Yes or yes? Yes or yes? So a diver is going to have to do what? Invest more money, right? So the diver is going to have to invest more. Everybody got me on that? Yes or yes? Now, are they just investing a little bit more, like $1 more, $5 more, or is it significantly more? It's significantly more because it is going to require that they have the right equipment to be able to go diving. So they need a what? They need an oxygen tank. They need a wetsuit. They need a regulator. They got the cords that connect with the regulator. They've got all of these things. They got to make sure that they have the ability to put something over their eyes. So there's all of these extra equipment that the diver needs. Yes or yes? Now, here's the other thing I got to ask you. They got to invest more resources, but can you learn how to dive in 2 minutes or 5 minutes? What else are you going to have to invest more in? You have to invest what? You got to invest more time. So we got to invest more, what is it? Money. And we got to invest more time. Now, let me ask you a question. What does the diver have access to that the snorkeler doesn't have access to? Woo! Somebody said everything. Everything. The snorkeler has to stay on the surface because the snorkeler made a decision to invest a little bit of money, to invest a little bit of time, and as a result of that, they're restricted to staying on the surface. Somebody just said up here, the snorkeler has limitations. The diver, on the other hand, has made a decision. Everybody say decision. The diver's made a decision to do what? To invest more. And they've also made a decision to invest more. And as a result of that, they get access to everything. Now, here's the thing. This is the part where you want to pull the toes back. Everybody pull the toes out. Pull it back, pull it back, pull it back, pull the toes back. Here's the thing I want you to realize. We have, in life, we're going to be surrounded by people who are snorkelers, who love to have diver conversations. They're a snorkeler, but they want to talk about making millions. It's so funny, right? Because, like, come on, that doesn't even make no sense. You're having a conversation about making millions, but you don't want to spend no money, you don't want to put no time in, and you're just trying to stay on the surface, but you want to be having conversations that are reserved for people who are divers. Does that make sense? Yes or yes? Give somebody a high five, say, that's funny. Now that's funny. That's funny. Now I want you to get that same person a high five. I say, I know that's not you. 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 I mean, I know that's not you. Like, you would not be up in here at an event called Blueprint 2. At an event called what? Blueprint 2. I know you ain't at an event called Blueprint to Millions and you trying to have a snorkeling conversation. Everybody with me on that? Yes or yes? Now, I know that's funny. You know the other thing is funny? For the person who wants to operate as a snorkeler, but wants the results that only come to a diver. Now, that's funny too. But it's the kind of funny that makes you want to cry. Like, now here's the other thing. You know what is also always going to be in the room? You have divers that are disguised as snorkelers. Because nobody has ever showed them how to dive. Like, they want to dive. But nobody ever gave them the blueprint. Mom didn't have the blueprint. Dad didn't have the blueprint. Nobody gave them the blueprint. And so they want to dive, but nobody has ever showed them how to dive. Nobody ever said, hey, look, in order for you to dive, you're going to have to invest more money. In order for you to dive, you're going to have to invest more time. But if you're willing to invest more money and invest more time, you can have everything. Now, here's where you and I come to the equation. At every point in your life, you have to make a decision whether or not you're going to be a snorkeler or whether or not you're going to be a diver. But here's what's important for you to know. If you make a decision that you want to be a diver in your life so that you can get access to the next level, so you can take your business to the next level. And I want you to write this down. Listen, your business, your life will never outgrow you. Your business and your life will never, ever outgrow you. One thing we do when people are coming to our website and they're filling an application so that they can find out how they could possibly work with us, we have them fill out an application. And one of the questions we ask them is we say, in the last 12 months, how much have you invested in yourself? And the ones that say $0 or $0 to $500, the thing that is consistent across the board, those individuals are always the ones who are broke. They don't have the money. There's a direct correlation between what we invest in ourselves and what we produce in our lives. Everybody with me on that? Yes or yes? So your business will never, ever outgrow you. If you want more, you have to become more. Everybody got me on that? Yes, yes? And so the thing that you and I have to decide at any moment, this is the thing we have to decide, is am I a snorkeler? Do I just want to stay on the surface? I just want to be on the surface with my home care agency. You know, I want to have like one, maybe two employees. You know what I'm saying? Two, that's all I can manage, you know? And what I'm gonna do is we're gonna set big goals. We're gonna set some real big goals. In the next 5 years, we gonna make $50,000 up in this fee. You know what I mean? Because that's what we want to do. But I know nobody comes to an event called Blueprint to what? Blueprint to what? That is only has a goal of making 50,000, 100,000, 200,000. We may start there, but we don't stop there. Everybody with me on that? Yes or yes? Or you have to make the decision whether or not you want to be a diver. And when we make the decision that we want to be a diver, we have to make sure that, listen carefully, that your actions are congruent with the thing that you say that you want. You can't be a diver and taking action like you're a snorkeler. Did you catch that? You can't be a diver and engaging in snorkeler conversations. You can't be a diver and talking about, oh, well, I don't want to invest that, or I don't have time for that. That's not congruent with being a diver. So I just want to ask you a question. I just want to know who the divers are in the room. If you're a diver, you're ready to get to the next level, raise your hands. Raise your hands. You're a diver in the room. You're a diver. For people who are divers, I want you to stand up right now. If you're a diver, stand up. You're a diver, I want you to stand up. You're a diver? Let me see you stand up. Stand up. You're a diver. You're a diver. Okay? All right? And if you can't stand up, I see you. Just raise that hand up high. I see you. I see you. All right?
Where are my divers in here, y'all? If you're a diver, I want you to put diver in the chat. If you're a diver, I want you to put diver in the chat. If you're a diver, I want to see my divers. I want you to identify yourself and put diver in the chat.
All right. Beyonce divers, Thelma divers, Gloria divers, Delwas divers, Dina, Denisa, Monica. Who else is a diver in the room? Jimena, Felicita, who else is a diver in the room? Let us know in the chat.
These are my divers in the room. These are my divers in the room. All my divers are right here in the room. Now, here's what I want you to understand. It's easy to stand up in this moment right now and say you're a diver. Everybody got me on that? Yes or yes? Because at this very moment, you don't necessarily have to invest more time because you're here already. You're not having to invest more money at this particular time when you're talking to me. I'm just up here to share something with you that could change your life. But of the people who said that they're divers, how many of you want access to the next thing that God has in store for you? Raise your hands up high. Say yes, 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 yes. So understand, if that's you, and that's everybody who's standing up in this room, and that is everybody, then what it means is that we got to be consistent. We see you too. We see y'all on Zoom. We see y'all. Wait a second. Some of y'all sitting down on Zoom. Y'all not trying to be divers? Y'all not trying to be divers? Y'all didn't know I could see y'all, huh? Man, y'all go ahead and stand up. I know that chair cozy. You're up in the house. Stand up. There you go. Let's give it up right now for Chantel. Let's give it up for Elsie. Let's give it up for Roxanne. Let's give it up for Andrea. Yes, yes, yes. I see y'all standing up. I see you. The moment we make the decision that we want to be a diver, then we got to understand that we got to be congruent with the results that we say that we want to produce. Everybody with me on that? Yes or yes? So I want you to repeat after me. Everybody repeat after me. I'm a diver. I'm willing to invest in my next level. I'm willing to put in more time to get to my next level. I'm allergic to snorkelers. I don't have snorkeler conversations. I'm willing to do what's hard today so that tomorrow could be easier. Give somebody a high five, say, you're a diver, 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 you're a diver. So let me tell you right now, that's it. You could go ahead and sit down. You go ahead and sit down. We now have a room full of divers. And as a diver, I need you to be showing up like that for the rest of the time that you are here at the Blueprint to Millions. Divers understand. Yes, divers are willing to do the things that others won't do today so that they can have the things that others won't have tomorrow. The legendary Les Brown said that. Divers understand that snorkeler conversations can't get you to the next level. Divers understand that they got to invest at the level in which they expect results. And divers understand if they can put in the time today, then tomorrow they'll have access to what? Everything. It is a privilege. Full of divers. Give yourselves another round of applause.
So y'all, was this good or was this good? Let me know in the chat. Let me know, was this good or was this good? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. Let me know if you enjoyed this presentation. If it was good, let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. And can you drop your biggest takeaway? Can you drop your biggest takeaway? What is something that you hear right now and you're gonna implement? Drop it in the group. Yeah, it was good. I could listen to it every day. Yes, yes, this was so good. So diver, if you're a diver, put diver in the chat. Let me see my divers, because you have to identify. Yeah, let me tell you, this is just a taste. This is just one presentation. Over the 3 days, we had so many different presentations. This was just one presentation. This is just like a taste of what it is to be at Blueprint 2 Million. This is just a taste of what happened at the conference, okay? This is just a taste. But when you get to the conference, you get to really dive into the blueprint to your first or next $1 million in revenue in your agency. Yeah, somebody said divers don't have snorkelers conversation, and that is so true. Even like some people were posting who attended the conference, they were posting, our conversation changed after the conference. Our conversations are different because now we are divers, right? So this is just a taste. How many of you like, Sue, if this is a taste, I definitely know next year I need to be in the room. If you know next year you have to be in the room, but I need to be in the room in the chat. Oh no, put get in the room. Get in the room. Get in the room in the chat.
Get in the room.
Get in the room. If you know you have to be in the room, put get in the room in the chat.
And guess what? Cora said she already got her ticket. So Cora said she already got her ticket. So here's the thing, guys. What you are getting access to tonight is really a surface. Listen, if you want to dive into that conversation, you got to be in the room. What we're talking about tonight is just a surface of actually what happened during the conference. We're giving you a little taste of it. Imagine spending 3 full days having those $1 million conversations. We didn't talk about nothing else than at least $1 million during those 3 days. Every goal, everything that we set was set to $1 million. And every breakdown that we did those breakdowns to help our attendees break down their $1 million goal, their $1 million plans, their $1 million revenue. So if you want to go deep into that $1 million conversations, you want to go deep, you want to deep dive into those conversations, you got to be in the room in June. You got to be in the room in June if you want to deep dive into that $1 million conversation. And guess what? Next year is going to be even better than this year. If you thought this year was good for the people who attended, if you thought this year was good, it was great, wait until what we have in store for you next year. It's nowhere compared to what we actually had. It's gonna be so much better than what we're gonna have next year. It's gonna be much better. So let's stop and congratulate some people in my team. Can you please drop the link for people who know they need to be in the room? So I see a few people say, I got my ticket. Felicita got her ticket. So congratulations, Felicita. Congratulations. So excited to have you in the room. Cora got her ticket. Congratulations, Cora. Congratulations. We are so excited to have you in the room. Rachel got her ticket. Rachel, we super excited to have you in the room. We're super excited to have you in the room. Who else know they coming to the room? Who else is joining? Felicita, Cora, Rachel. Who else is joining them in the room? If you are, go to the website, and then you gotta get you can get your ticket at 50% off, y'all. 50% off. This is not a trick. This is the truth. But I only have limited amount of tickets at the 50% rate. So it's first come, first serve. So if you wanna be there, be in the room. This presentation alone was worth $450. Okay, just so you know. Okay, so if you want to be there, you want to be in the room, you want to take advantage, go on the website, myblueprint2millions.com, myblueprint2millions.com.
and do that. I know some of you, y'all need me to like, you see, y'all need me to like push y'all a little bit. You know you need to be in the room, but y'all need me to push y'all to be in there a little bit. I know y'all. I know my people. Like, I'm like, don't make me talk so much. You know you need to be there. Just go and get your ticket and be there, right? Just go and get your ticket and be there. Oh, Amyon, congratulations. I see you. Dr.
I'm
George.
gonna be there.
Yeah, I see you. Congratulations. I know y'all. Y'all need me to like pull your leg and get in there. So let me do it. Because I know my people. So this is what I'm giving you. How many of you like bonuses? I know y'all like bonuses. I already know y'all. How many of you like bonuses? How many of you like bonuses? So I'm gonna give you some bonuses for the people. Like, I know most of you, your thing is like you always need more help with marketing, right? You always need more ways to get more private pay clients, right? How many of you you're like, I need more ways. And if you already got your ticket, you're gonna get this too. Don't worry, you're getting this too. But for the next 10 minutes, if you get your ticket in the next 10 minutes, what I'm gonna give you, I am going to give you access, instant access, for 14 days to my course where I teach you how to get private pay clients. Okay? If you register in the next 10 minutes, if you already register, I got you. You're gonna get that too. Okay? But for the people, you have to register in the next 10 minutes. If you register in the next 10 minutes, okay, you're gonna get my instant access, 14 days, instant access to my course where you're gonna learn how to get more private pay clients. Because guess what? The conference is in June. Before you come to the conference, I need y'all to be making some money, okay? I need y'all to be getting to the next level. And this marketing course that I have, that's what is gonna help you do. It's gonna help you get to the next level, okay? Help you get more private pay clients, right? Help you get more private pay clients, and it's easy to follow. Let me tell you how good this, okay? Let me tell you how good this is. How good this is. A couple months ago, I was talking to this lady. She had spent a lot of money on different other coaches, right? Spent a lot of money on different other coaches. She didn't know how to market her agency. She was like, I got on the phone with her. She was about to close her agency. That's how bad it was. Then I talked to her. I'm like, just give this thing a try. Give this private pay course a try. Guess what? She gave the course a try, yeah. She didn't even finish the course. From what she learned from the course, she was 2 videos down, because the class has 5 videos. She was 2 videos down, and she started getting referrals and getting clients from that. And she changed her mind and did not close her agency. So that's how good that is. But I'm gonna start the timer now. It's 8:28. Let's start the timer and let's keep moving. So I'm gonna start the timer. So if you get in in the next 10 minutes, you get access to this course. So somebody say, what if we just starting out? What is the question? So tell me more. Are you saying, what if you're just starting out? Should you come to the conference? Is that what you're saying? If you're just starting out, the conference is for you. If you already have an agency, the conference is for you. The way we do the conference, this is the cool thing. Everybody, depends on where you are, you're gonna get what you need. Depends on where you are. You're gonna get what you need. So if you just getting started, the conference will help you. It's not gonna, let's get this clear, okay? Because I have to be transparent. The conference is not gonna help you start your agency. That's not what it is, okay? But even if you're just getting started, the conference is gonna be good for you. So for example, Dr. Jordan, she's in the chat. She's just getting started. Rachel, she's in the chat. They came to the conference. They just getting started, but they all got something out for them, because the conference is like, I can explain it in words, y'all. It's like, yes, it's business, but it's like very holistic. It's business, it's life, it's spiritual, it's all the things that you need, no matter what stage that you are in business. If you have a thriving business, the conference is for you. If you made $1 million already in your business, the conference is for you, because everybody gonna get what they need at the conference. So the timer is on. When you get in the next 10 minutes, you get to have access, right? You get to have access to the marketing class. So somebody say, how different will the next conference be in comparison? I know. You're like, I know, Sue. This conference was so good. I don't know how you're gonna top
It's
it
like,
off.
how are we gonna do this? Man? How are we gonna bring this to a next level? How different can that be?
Really?
It will be different.
Yeah.
It will be different.
And
The conversation is probably gonna be a lot deeper. We will have a few different speakers who when we say speakers, not just people come who and speak, but we're talking about coaches that go into a specific aspect of you working your way, your journey to $1 million in your home care agency. And the people we bring you, the coaches, like you had Andy, Coach Kaz, and Dr. Mike, and Shanita, and Victoria. We have coaches who have gotten their businesses to that level, and they teach you one specific aspect of your pathway to the $1 million. So guess what? Next year, it's going to be even more electrifying. Rachel put Godly Conference. That was another aspect of the conference as well. Audience was electrified. It's gonna be even more electrifying.
But this is one thing I'm gonna do next year that's gonna be different. So this year, I bought speakers who are coaches, and they made $1 million in their business, and they came to share with us, right? I bought different speakers who are coaches in different aspects, because that's really important. You don't want to just have people that did it in home care. You want to also have different perspectives, right? But next year, one of the things that I'm going to add is I'm actually going to bring people who have their home care agencies to come and share with you the different things that they are doing in their agencies that are pushing them to the next level. Okay? So that's going to be like a huge difference. So let's say next year, I may bring somebody who was like, their agency is doing good. So one of my clients, her agency is doing great. Most of her clients are people who are VA clients. So I will bring somebody like this, and she's going to share all of her secrets from the VAs, what she's doing in the VAs that is pushing her agency to the next level, right? I may bring another one of my clients. So her agency, she serves. So one of my clients, right now, her agency serves people with disability. And so far this year, she had $1.5 million in revenue. So I may bring her to share, hey, this is what I did that got me there, right? So they can share those things. So I'm going to actually bring home care agency owners as well to share their tapes on what happened. There's going to be a lot more networking next year as well. A lot more networking next year. It's gonna be, I know you can believe it, but like you see how every day we top it up this year, next year is gonna be even better. It's not gonna be like you come to the conference, you're like, this is the same thing they talked last time. Oh, I don't want to hear that. No, we'll never do that. So next year we even gonna go to the next level. I know it's hard to believe. You're like, how do you top this? We definitely gonna top this. We definitely gonna top this. Any other question? Veronica Love, congratulations on getting your ticket, girl. So excited. We miss you at this one, but we definitely gonna see you. So I don't have my license yet. Is this conference for me at this time? Even if you don't have your license, yes, you can be part of the conference because it will show you what the conference is gonna do for you. It's gonna make you decide whether you really want to go for this or this is not for you. So you will get inside with your eyes wide open because we share the good, the bad, the ugly at the conference. So you'll come in with your eyes wide open when you come there. So the conference is for you, whether like you have an agency, the conference is to you, whether you don't have an agency, you're doing great. The conference is to you. It is for you. If you're interested in home care, if you're in home care, the conference is for you. The conference is to you. Somebody say, yeah, how much is your marketing course? I'm not sure if I can come to the conference. So the marketing course, my team will send it to you. Yeah, my marketing course goes for $500. So that's basically you getting two things for the price of one when you choose the conference. So yeah, but like if you can't make it, make sure my team can send you the link for the marketing course. course. Congratulations, Dr. Florial. She said she got her ticket. Congratulations. So excited to have you. I'm getting my ticket. So yeah, let us know what you get it. So congratulations. So let's go to the rest of the presentation. Okay. So
day one, we had what we call a night session, kind of like after dark session. And we intended, even though we say like we want to end at 9 o'clock, but we intended to actually leave a little bit earlier. But the questions keep coming. We didn't leave until like 9 o'clock, y'all. Here's the thing, why these night sessions are so powerful, because as much as we can teach, it's also even more powerful when the audience is asking questions and pulling things from us, right? So it's even more powerful when we're getting those questions. And then now we have to keep explaining. We have to pull things. And then everybody's getting even more. It's like one person asks a question. Now the other people, they can help as much as we are answering. And the questions that you had, someone else asked it, is being answered. And oh my, those night sessions, it's like I literally live for them. When I go to conferences, my wife and I, we literally don't leave the conference until like midnight, because we live for those night sessions. They are so powerful when you get those night sessions. So day one, we didn't end until about 9 p.m. And then we went into day two. So now let's talk about day two. Day two, we went into the $1 million marketing, $1 million advertising, $1 million sales. We broke this down. When I say we broke this down, we broke it down to the small little bit of what you need to do to have $1 million marketing, to set your $1 million marketing, your $1 million advertising, and how this all gonna bring you to your $1 million sales. So we broke this down, and then we also introduced what we call the home care millionaire pathway. Now, here's why this is so powerful. The home care millionaire pathway. This is why it's so powerful. It is because we have the opportunity to study a lot of business related as well as home care agencies, right? We've had the opportunity to study a lot of them. And we figure out, okay, what are the patterns? What are the principles? The things that it doesn't matter who it is. If you apply these things, it's gonna get you to $1 million, right? So those are the things that you wanna learn in business, because business is about like, it's not, yes, it's about passion, business is about those kind of things, right? But at the same time, business is about principles. Business is about numbers, right? Principles and numbers. If you know the principles, you apply them, business doesn't care if you're white or black or yellow or green. Guess what? The green box is gonna get to you anyways. So that was the breakdown that we did. Now, I don't know if you guys really want this breakdown or not, unless you let me know if you want it. If you don't, we can skip that. Let me know in the chat. Do you want the breakdown of how of that $1 million pathway? Do you want the breakdown?
No.
Do you want it? Like literally, do
I don't
you
care
want
if they want it. We're not sharing this.
My wife doesn't want me to share this.
No, we're not sharing this. They have to come at the conference and get this presentation.
My wife doesn't want me to share this.
This one. No. This is my favorite presentation. You can be giving it to them. They didn't come to the conference. No, we're not giving them this presentation.
Let me see the chat. Where is the chat? Where is the chat? Because listen up, guys. My wife didn't want me to share this presentation.
No, not this one.
And she was like, okay, this is only for people who come to the conference. This is for people who come to the conference. If they didn't come to the conference, do not share this with them. I was like, babe, but just do me a favor, just for me. Let me share this with them, right? And she was like, no,
they don't even want it, so that's good. So I'm glad they're on my side. Nobody is even want it.
You guys are on her side.
They don't even want it.
Wow.
They don't even want it.
So
Nobody said yes in the chat.
You are on her side.
They on my side.
Not share this.
They're like, we don't want this.
You guys are on her side. We don't want to share this. Okay, I see it. I see you guys are on her side. So if you are on her side, let's move on to the next part of it, and no pathway presentation. None of that. No pathway presentation. Listen, I just want to hear from. Oh, okay. I see the S's are coming. The S's are coming. Actually, somebody just put. Yes.
She's like, I don't know about the other people.
She's like, I don't know about the other people, but I want it. So here's the thing. I just want one of the people who attended the conference and who saw that presentation, just give us like a few words of what that presentation meant for you. Just give us a few words of what that meant.
That millionaire pathway presentation that meant not bad.
Dr. Jordan, Annie, or any
Brenda,
any one of you who attended.
All of you is there.
Listen, before I actually play this, just let me know in the chat a few words in the chat about what that presentation meant for you. What was it about? Okay.
Okay, okay, let's give him just a little bit.
I'll give you guys a few seconds.
Just give him just a little. We're not gonna give them all of the presentation.
Just a little bit.
You can just give them a little bit, because I don't think they should get the whole presentation. Just give them just a little tiny bit of the presentation, okay?
Just a little bit. She said just a little bit. So I will give you guys a little bit of it, just a little tiny bit. And he said life-changing. That presentation was life-changing.
Awesome. And congratulations, Annie, on getting your ticket. Congratulations on getting your ticket. Congratulations. If anybody needs to get their ticket, team, put the link in the chat.
Put the link in the chat. You can still get your ticket,
so they can go ahead and get their ticket. And congratulations.
You can still reserve your seat. Get that in the chat, and let's go. All right, everybody, are you ready for this? Earlier, I promised you that I was going to show you something that is targeted to each of you wherever you are. You remember?
Hold up. Are y'all ready? This side. Are you guys ready? Are you ready? Okay,
are you ready?
Are you guys ready? You have to beat them. Oh.
So here's the thing. Just a warning. About the end of day one, my wife lost her voice. She lost her voice. As you can see, she was not able to talk. This is actually why we didn't do this presentation like when we intended to, because she was not able to talk. So, bear with us because she totally couldn't talk that night.
Yeah, but we're really not going to go to the entire presentation, because the entire presentation is an hour long, but we'll give you like bits and pieces of it so you can get an idea. So let's go.
Okay.
Are y'all ready?
All right. So let's do this. One of the things that we've kind of like been digging into is what are some of the things that we understand in each area, in each level, like what do people actually need in each level, right? So we've kind of like studied our own clients. We've studied the people that we talk to all the time, and trying to figure out exactly patterns and things that, like, if you know anything about me, I just love doing this kind of things, like studying patterns and different things to see, okay, what are the things that actually work, right? What are the things that actually work? And when you do it, every time you do it, it's gonna work, right? So we did that and figured out some of the things that at each level you are, what exactly you need to do to get you to the next level. That's why we call it the home care millionaire pathway. So that means if you are at that stage, there are things that you need to do at that stage to get to the next stage. Once you get to the next stage, you cannot be doing the same thing you were doing back there. It's another level that requires another kind of work. And then you move on to the next one. It's another level that requires another kind of work. Is that making sense? Yes? All right. So this is what we're going to be sharing with you now. So before I actually go to the home care newbie,
we have, I don't have it here, but we have a first category called,
I call it the explorer.
yes,
The explorer, what it is that person, you're looking into this. You don't know if that's what you want to do, but you're looking in and out. Like you have a job maybe, and you want something else, and you're like basically the home care explorer. You're just looking and trying to figure if that's what you're trying to do.
yeah. So those are the people.
That's the first, very,
people
very
who
first
don't
thing.
have a home care agency, haven't started anything. They're not in our turnkey program. They
They haven't
just,
even make a
they haven't
decision if
made a
that's what they
decision
want to
yet.
do.
right?
Mhm.
So where are our explorers?
So if you're an explorer, we need you to put it in the chat.
Put explorer in the
If
chat
you're
if you're
an
an
explorer,
explorer.
you're just thinking about this idea, you haven't started anything, put the explorer in the chat.
Put explorer. You don't have a license.
Yes.
Explorer.
So we just talked a little bit earlier, right?
Mhm.
So those are explorers, right? And then the explorer, you take the next step
You
to
make a
become
decision.
what is a home care newbie. When you make that decision, now those are the things that you need to be considering.
So the home care newbie is somebody who's making $0 to $100,000 a year. So who can identify to that $0 to $100,000 a
100K.
year? Okay.
Who's a home care newbie? $0 to $100,000 a year. If you're home care newbie, put newbie in the chat. Put newbie in the chat if you're home care newbie.
Home care newbie. So basically, you're somebody who's getting started. You probably still have a job in your business. How many of you still have a job and you have this business too, right? You're juggling those things. So how do you get success fast in this stage? It's a hard decision. It's really hard, and only you can make this decision. The way you get success fast in this stage is to be fully committed and not be in and out. Yeah, to be all in. That's how you're gonna get success fast. But I do know some people can't do that, right? If you can't do that, you need to find somebody. You need to hire an assistant, somebody that can be fully committed to the business while you still have a job. And while you're on this job, you need to start developing your exit strategy. What does that mean? What are some of the markers that I need to see in my business that I know I feel comfortable enough to leave and fully be committed to my business? So those are the main thing that you need to do in that stage. I'm not going for the main focus.
And your main focus at that point is that figure out exactly who you are called to serve. When you just start, it doesn't mean that because you start a business, anyone, any breathing body is your clientele, right? So that at that stage, you want to kind of like know, okay, those are the people that I'm called to serve, and this is how I'm gonna move forward with them. At that stage as well, you also have what we call your biggest need. Your biggest need at that stage as a home care newbie
This one is
really
huge.
that shift you need to make from being an employee to the entrepreneur mindset. It's not the same. When you are an employee, you go ahead. If it says 8 o'clock, your shift starts. 7 o'clock, you work in at 7:59. And then you right? Your shift is ending at 7:30, 7:29 and a half. You there to clock out. 6:50, right? Right? And guess what? About 2 hours before that, you already checked out mentally. You completely checked out. At 5 o'clock, you're gone. It's just the body that is there. You're not there in the spirit. Right? It's the body that is there. I don't know where the spirit is. It's not with the Lord, but it's somewhere else. It's somewhere else. So that's what happens at that stage. We have to make that shift because there's no clock out. There's no clock in. When we become an entrepreneur, that does not exist. It does not exist. It doesn't matter what you try, how much we try to do it. Our brain doesn't stop. Right? So we have to get into that mindset because it's very important.
And the things you need to learn, this is crucial time that you really need to learn the ins and outs of marketing, the ins and out of recruiting, how to deliver the care. Next.
So again, the mindset, those are some of the questions that
You're asking.
you need answer to, and you are asking, can I really do this? My newbies, are you asking that?
Can I do this?
Can
right?
I really do this, right?
Mhm.
Am I good enough, right? Am I good enough? I'm only making $5,000. Am I good enough to actually make $100,000? You're asking yourself that question. You had $90,000 last year. You're like, can I really do this more next year and make another 100, another $200,000? You're asking yourself those questions.
Yeah, you question yourself a lot in this stage. You're like, am I really called to do this? Can I do this? What if? So there's a lot of questions in this stage. The next thing is a team. A lot of us, we start as a team of one. But we learn if we start as a team of one, it's gonna slow down the process. And a lot of time we start as a team of one because of money, right? So what you wanna do, you can definitely have, and this can be different for different situations. You can definitely hire a virtual assistant. And the virtual assistant, their role, they can help you with administrative stuff. They can help you with scheduling if you train them the right way. As a virtual assistant, will be less on you when it comes money wise as you're getting started. And of course, you're gonna need your caregivers.
And then when it comes to market and sales, now you are both the marketer and the salesperson. Now, even though those title really, you will always live as a marketer and a salesperson. It does not matter if your agency is making $10 million a year, you are still gonna be a marketer and a salesperson. Even if you have a CEO, you take yourself out of the operation, you are still gonna be a walking and breathing marketer and salesperson. Okay, so this is like those things that you are learning at that stage. You're learning how to be a marketer and how to be a salesperson for your agency.
And then for your service, for care, your main focus should be you right now at this stage. You wanna build a reputation, like for yourself, for your agency by providing exceptional care. Remember earlier when we did the thing, when you're building exceptional care and you have a great reputation, what's gonna happen is like the people that you're giving care to, they're gonna start being. Do you remember what they're gonna be? Raving fans.
Raving fans.
Raving fans. Raving fans gonna send clients your way. The clients, you're gonna give them the best care possible, and then it's a circle that keeps on giving and giving and giving.
Yeah. And when it comes to operations, you wear all the hats.
Yeah, you're the
You are the
janitor.
janitor. Sometimes you are the caregiver. You're everything. So you work overtime. You do a lot of the things. You do a lot of paper documentation, and it's also okay. It's also okay because one of the things that you want to know in your business, you really want to know how your business really operates. You want to learn that very well, and we're gonna see how that fits into the other phases of the pathway.
Yeah, like what Enoch said, when you know you're in the first year, it's chaotic. In that place, when you're in 0 to 100,000, it feels very chaotic. Like a lot of learning curve. You're learning a lot, right? You wear multiple hats, but it's okay because once you start graduating, the things that you learn, now you can start creating, and we're gonna go over that more. You can start creating training. You can start creating processes, system. So when the next person, when you grow and you hire people, they know what to do because you already know what to do, as opposed to you put somebody there, they don't know what to do because you never done this before, right?
And then once you graduate from being a home care newbie, you become the passionate marketer. Who are my people at 100K to 300?
300K.
100K to 300. That is.
So here, if you're between 100K to 300K in revenue in your business, you're the passionate marketer. If you're a passionate marketer, put passionate marketer in the chat. Identify yourself with passionate marketer in the chat. Passionate marketer in the chat.
the passionate marketer.
Yeah, so that person, you have your business, you had some success. Because let me tell you, if you made 100,000 in your business, give yourself a round of applause. This is great, okay? This is not the destination, but this is a great milestone, okay? It's not the destination. That's not where you're gonna stay. But now your job is really, you should be proud of your accomplishment. But what you're gonna realize, like, you know, when anybody here, I know this is not only me. One of my dreams when I was a nurse, I wanted to have a job where I can make $100,000. That was my dream. Anybody ever had that dream? You wanted to make $100,000? That was my dream, y'all. And I'm like, I'm gonna leave on $50,000, and I'm gonna help my mom and dad with $50,000, and I'm gonna be rich. Yeah, that was my dream. But in business, what you're gonna realize. Let me ask this: the people who made $100,000, when you made $100,000 in your business, what did you realize? Before I say it. Yeah. They all say what I already. They realize $100,000 in business. It's no money. That's what y'all say, right? It's nothing at all. $100,000 at a job is way more than $100,000 as a business owner. Yeah, because we have bills, we have expenses, we have all of those things, and we have to invest in this, pay for that, right? So we'll quickly realize, like, I thought I was gonna be rich, but I'm still kind of broke, right? Right? And you're sitting there wondering, because I remember for us, our first year we made 157,000 something. And when we didn't even know, because we're not tracking our numbers, we didn't know what we didn't know. So we figured out when we were at our accountant, the person that's doing our tax, and she's like, congratulations, you made $157,000. And we're like, I think you got the wrong person. She's like, no, yeah. I'm like, we still feel broke. Where did the money go? You know? Because making $100,000 in business is totally different, right? But the good thing, that is a key that you own to something. You own to something. You did something. Now, you just have to replicate what you did and do it faster. Mm-hmm. That's the key. Because now, if you want to make $1 million, you only have to make this 10 times, right? $100,000 times 10. And make it faster than the first time that it took you, right? And so this is the time that you really want to hone on your marketing. You want to really learn strategy to accelerate the effort, because you're already doing something good. Now it's just like more speed into the effort that you are doing. And really, this is a stage that you're really going to become a real marketer. I call it, this is the stage where you're the incubator. You're really going to become a marketer, because you're going to market so good that you're going to be really effective at that. And the last sentence I put there, I said the mental pressure there is great. It's a lot. When I say it's great, I'm not meaning like it's great in a good way, but at that stage, there's a lot of mental pressure, a lot. And one day you may feel a lot of different emotions. One day is too long. In 1 hour, you may be from being very excited about this business and being very mad about this whole business. It's a lot. And remember how we were talking about trauma? A lot of trauma start coming to the surface into that stage as well.
And at that stage, you want to really focus on building partnership with resources. You want to really focus on that. And what you need to actually see happening at that moment is to be marketing for clients. Remember what I said about what we said about marketing? Marketing. Keep in mind what marketing is. That is what you need to be doing. We don't really talk about caregivers and staff as we need to actually market for them as well. We think that, they just need a job, they're gonna come to us.
Not anymore.
But you need to market to get the people that you want to help you accomplish the mission that you need to accomplish. That takes marketing. What does marketing do? One of the best things that marketing does, marketing allows you to push away the people you don't want and to bring closer to you the people you want. That's what marketing actually does. When we market properly, it will push away the type of employees we don't want and bring closer towards the employees that we want to have. So this is why we actually market for caregivers and staff.
And when we say market for caregivers and staff, like back then, people were so much easier to work. Like they wanted a job. Now you have to it's like you have to show them the value why they should work for you, right? You have to show them they have to see something that is. It's not like, hey, they desperate. We're more on the desperate side than they are, and we really have to show them the value. And like Joy one time say, I don't think she said it on this, but in one of the sessions she had with us, she's like, there are other companies out there that are paying more, right? You cannot outpay for caregivers with the other big companies. But what you can do, she said, you can outvalue them. And when you outvalue them, that's how you're gonna get the right caregivers in your team.
And the next stage is the emerging.
I think one of the slides we didn't put.
It's like we've seen that before.
Then go next. Go next.
Okay, so let's go to the emerging home care leader. It feels like this is missing a slide.
Yeah.
But the emerging home care leaders, there are those between 300K and 500K. Where am I? Where are the emerging leaders?
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome.
So good. So you guys are what we call emerging leaders. And what have we found as patterns, as things that happen when people are in that stage? So we found that you've had some success. You have a good idea that the model that you are running, that it's working for you, right? But you also know there's more to this, right? It's like, okay, this is working, but there's got to be more to this business. And you will see yourself in the stage where you need to start organizing things and make processes in your business to run your business easier. Right? So that's where you are. You're like, okay, for me to do these things, I need processes. I need things so that I can go to the next level. Because if you don't have processes at that stage, you're going to get stuck at that stage until you create processes, you put things in place so that you can move to the next stage and your business can still run with you not being so in it. That's why you are the emerging leader.
Yeah. So at this stage, one of your biggest things is you need to hire someone that can take your, because by that time, you know the business. You know the business really well. But your problem is only you knows it. Yeah, you're the only one who knows it. So if you're not there, nothing can work. And it's hard for you to take what's in your head and transfer it to somebody else. So at that stage, this is where you need somebody that you can hire that can take your thoughts, they can take your ideas and build them into processes for you. So when you get to the stage where you're gonna start hiring people like in leadership role, where now when they come to a real business that has processes, that has systems, so they're not lost. They know exactly what is expected of them. What do they need to do? And also, y'all know I have to put the mental part in this too. This is a stage, like the emotional liability there is great too. More childhood trauma has come up in this stage than ever before as well. So your main focus should be like building processes for your future team. And here I put team of leaders, because at this stage you're gonna start, you need higher level people to help you. You need leaders. You don't want to be the only person that can bring ideas. But before you bring those people, you have to prepare for them. So this is where you're building processes for the future team of leader that you will be bringing on board. At this stage, you need to bring a lot of money. We need cash flow. At this stage, you need to increase your billable hours because you're getting ready to hire leaders. Their salary is gonna be great because you're not paying them well. So you need to bring cash flow. To bring cash flow, you have to have increased billable hours. And at this stage, this is really the stage where you have to learn how to be a leader to the growing team that you're gonna need very soon. Oh, go back. They wanted to take that. Okay, you can go back. Hold on one. Okay, you can go back.
Okay. And at that stage, you are also questioning. Your questions become different. Yeah, your questions become different because now the pressure is more. You're like, am I really meant for this? Because the pressure, you start feeling it a whole lot more. And it feels like the wheels are coming off. It feels like, wait a minute, the things that I used to do, why they're not working? Right? Like, why is it that, things are not moving fast enough? Why is it that I did this thing and now it doesn't work anymore? Why? You feel like, okay, your business is kind of like getting out of control. The control that you used to have on the business so much, like under 300, now it feels like you don't have that much control of the business. What will take care of that? Team. Having a team, right?
But remember, before you have the team, you have to get prepared.
You have to
That's
prepare
the
to become the
processes.
leader.
Yeah, right. And usually the team, and for everybody, the team can look different. But for most people in that stage, the team will look like the owner. You have somebody who's the business operator. That's the person that's helping you operate the business. They're taking the processes from your head, the thoughts, the ideas, putting it down, writing them into paper. At this point, some people also have like a marketing rep, and a scheduler that's helping them with marketing, scheduling. Some people also have and this is the same role, like admission specialists and field assessment specialists. They usually combine those in role. And then a care coordinator as well, or you can have one of those three roles. Sometimes people interchange them, like the admission specialist, field assessment, care coordinator. This can be three different roles, but sometimes depending on what you have going on, one person has the combined role of doing a little bit of each one of them.
And in your operations, you want to start using more software at that stage. You have to systemize your business. And then also you want to dive even more into creating your standard of operation procedures. You want to start doing that. You want to have your business operator just getting a lot more things out of your head, because one of the reasons why at that stage you feel like the wheels are coming off is because you don't have the processes out of your head and things are happening. People are doing things. You feel like, wait a minute, like those people, they don't listen to me. This business is not even what I knew it was. Of course, they can't listen to you because everything is in your head, right? Everything is in your head. So at that stage, you need to take them out of your head, make do processes with every single area of your agency.
And then what I put there too, using software is really important because software gonna save you time. Anything there is a software for that's gonna save you time, please use it. Don't be stuck in your old ways. Like I wanna use paper. No, because software gonna save you so much time. But while you're using software, always remember we are in a human business. Always remember to still have that human touch to your business. So depending on what it is. So you're gonna need different software. Everybody need a software for your operation, home care operation. So example of software for home care operation are like ClearCare, CareSuite, Smart Care, Access Care. Yeah, what
Yeah.
they're all basically the same, just have different component. You just figure which one you like the best that works for you. So that's a home care operation. Home care operation, that's where your caregiver is gonna clock in, clock out, put notes, all of those different things, and some of them have more stuff than other. What we use a task management system. The task management, that's what helps everybody knows what are the tasks that they need for today. The one that we use is called ClickUp, but there's others. There's Trello, Trello. There's Asana, Asana, but we use ClickUp. So those are some of the software. You want to use software to control your mileage when you're going to clients, because like you're gonna need that for tax deduction. So when you're going from client to clients, I use MileIQ, and QuickBooks has it too. But there's a software in there in QuickBooks where you can document your mileage when you're going from clients to clients and all of that. And there's in QuickBooks, you can also upload your receipts in there so you can save those. So those are really some of the software. I'm sure there's more for your accounting, everything like accounting. There's a software for that. You can use QuickBooks. Some people, QuickBooks can be very complicated and very annoying. There's another one called Wave.
Wave apps. It's a lot simpler.
Wave apps. It's a little bit easier, and if you're just getting started, maybe you can get started there. Eventually, you can go to QuickBooks. So those are some apps. For payroll, we use Gusto. We love Gusto. Gusto makes life easier. Which software? Gusto? Gusto. Which other software did I forget, y'all? What software y'all use that I forget? For paycheck, for payroll. Yeah, so payroll, some people say they use ADP, Paycheck. I use Gusto. Any software y'all use for anything that I did mention? No? Okay.
So the idea is to cut out the time of the manual things on paper that you do that can really be tedious and take a whole lot of time. And not only that, you're the only one knowing how to do those things, right? So this is why at that stage you can feel very frustrated because you feel like I'm doing so much and other people probably sitting around. They don't even know what to do because what they were supposed to be doing is still in your head. You haven't gotten out of your head so that they can do it, right? So this is why it's so important at that stage to actually do processes and procedures. Automate part of your sales and marketing process as well, right? Automate meaning that you may have some ads for recruitment. You may have newsletters, like things that automate, things that will get to people without you having to do a whole lot of work to get it to them, right?
And then care, you can also, certain things we don't consider care, but they are care because a lot of the time when we're thinking about care delivery, we just think about the care that the patient gets when the caregiver is touching them. But there's more than that to care. Even if a client calls you, if you have an automated message and you can answer, and you have an automated message that say, "Hey, we're on the other line," that's part of the care delivery. So you can automate little pieces like this. Like if they sign up, instead of sending them paper agreement, you can automate something where they get it electronically. So those little things, you save paper, you save time, you save money, you save a whole lot of energy with those stuff. Is that a stuff you can find? Like there are software services that you can use.
Yeah, like you said, there's an app for everything.
Yeah, that can automate those things for you. Mm-hmm.
So it depends on the position. Mm-hmm. It depends on their experience. So it really depends.
It depends on Oh, there's a question online.
Yeah, there's a question. How do you build a good SOP? Any recommendations?
How do you build a good SOP? Is a standard operation
So guys, are you learning so far? Do you like this presentation so far? Do you like this presentation so far? Are you learning? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Are you learning so far? Let me know in the chat. Let me know. Yeah, because this presentation is about an hour long. Let me know if you're learning so far, because I wanted to cut it short, but I want to also get your permission. Should I play the whole presentation or should I cut it short? If you learn, if I should play the whole thing, just let me know. But play the whole thing. If you want me to cut it short, let me know so I can cut it short, because I know it's a longer presentation, right? It's a longer presentation. It is a longer presentation. So if you want the whole thing, just play the whole thing. If you want me to cut it short, because I definitely want your permission, because I definitely respect your time. Okay, I say play the whole thing. So let's go.
So, okay, so standard operation procedure, what it is basically you have a paper that say, this is step 1, this is step 2, this is step 3. You define it like baby steps. So when you're not there, anybody can do the work because there's a guide that is there for them. Example, you can have a SOP. How do we answer the phone here at Seeds Home Care? And I say, step 1, when you answer with a smile, say, Seeds Home Care, how may I assist you? And then you listen to step 2, you listen to what they need. Step 3, if it's something you can solve, you solve it right away. Step 4, if it's something you cannot solve, you let the caller know that you don't have the answer now, but you're gonna get the answer. Step 4, you get the answer and call them within 24 hours and give them the answer. So that's what an SOP is. You detail everything. So basically the way you create an SOP, you just look at what is the process and you break it down in baby steps, step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, and then that's how you create your SOPs. You need that for everything in your business that you do over and over. If it's something you do one time, you don't need an SOP. But if it's something you do over and over and over again, you want to make sure you have an SOP for it. So if you're not there, anybody else can do it too, because there's a step-by-step guide on how to do it.
That's basically what the SOP, your SOPs allow you to do. They allow anyone to come in and say, okay, step 1, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. Step 2, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. So it's no longer in your head. It's somewhere where anyone can come in and just jump in and do it. Right?
Next.
Do you use the software for your SOP like Trainio?
No, I don't. You can use Trainio, but I never use Trainio. I look into Trainio before, but I never use it. But you can use it if you like, but I don't use Trainio. We just create our own SOPs, put them in Google Docs. And then the one thing about SOPs, people create SOPs and then they forget about them. That's not how it works. Your SOP is a living, breathing document. If you make a change in something in the process, you have to go back and update your SOPs. Like you need to have dates. How often we're gonna update our SOPs and check on them and things like that. Because the whole process, as you grow, each of those days, as you grow, what you used to do doesn't work anymore. Things get outdated. So you always have to be like renewing things, updating things.
The emerging leaders in the room, was that on point?
Can you relate to that?
Is that where you are now? That's how you're feeling now? I'm telling you. So we studied those things. We studied y'all.
What'd you say?
We studied.
And we've been there. We've been through all of these things.
And then we study like people who are in that category, and then we kind of like ask questions. We see things, and that's how we do
I was just saying that y'all are hitting the nail on the head. Like where I'm at right now, the emerging leader aspect, everything that y'all are saying, I need. So thank you.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Wonderful. So now the next stage is the team builder. The team builder between 500K and actually that's supposed to be a million. 500K to 999.99, right? So who's in that category? Okay, good. So in that category, this is
okay. Where are our team builder here? So can you give him the category again, Enoch? Team builder.
Team builder 500K to 999.9 $999,999. So
If you're in that category, put
500,000
team.
to 1 million. That's
Yeah,
team
if you're in
building.
that category, put team builder in the chat. Put team builder in the chat.
What's happening? You are now a team builder, meaning that you've emerged from that, you've graduated from the emerging leader, you've hired people. Now this is basically your job. Your job is to hire leaders, right? Is to hire other people to do the job. Now you become, you know the business vision, and you at that stage, that's when you are like the CEO,
The visionary.
right? You are the visionary, and you have the vision. You know what needs to be done to get you to the next stage, and now you are kind of like assembling your team. You are building a team to get you to the next stage. That team you are building a leadership team. Hiring caregivers at that stage is not something that you should be doing. Oops.
That's not your job anymore.
Why are you looking at me like that? Right? So at that stage, you are building a leadership team. You should have someone else that is doing that for you. What may happen is that they should probably interview a whole bunch of people and then sending you the best 2 candidates if you need only one person, and then you choose the last one to say, okay, this is the one I feel like will go with my vision.
At this point,
reviewing 500 applications is not supposed to be your job anymore at that point. It's a waste of time for you.
Yeah, at this point, when you interview what you're doing, you're really doing what we call a culture fit.
Mm-hmm.
Your HR person already reviewed the qualification. They already feel like this person is a good candidate. Now you just look to see if this person fit into the culture of your bit. That's all you're doing at this point if you are involved in the hiring process. So that's what you're supposed to be doing at this point, right? And at this point, this is the point where by that time you had already do some healing work. You getting confident, you know your confidence for sure. It's like you rebuild that confidence, you regain that confidence, you're excited about the work because you know you have a track, like your track record is a track record of success. You know how to do this. And now you're seeing the vision like, yeah, I know I get this, I can get to the next level. Usually that's where most people are at this stage. And like, say main focus is to build a team of leaders. Let me tell y'all, when you have a team of leaders, the support that she get, it feels so good to be supported, y'all. It's not the same support when you don't have a team of leaders by your side. They support you at a higher level.
Yeah. And that's a team of people who can think for you as well.
You don't have to think for
and
everything.
who can make decisions on your behalf.
Hallelujah.
So that is at that stage, those are the people that you are hiring. I'm not talking about the caregivers. No, I'm talking about leaders. People who are above the caregivers, right? Those are like, that's why we're talking about a team of leaders. People who will take your vision and frame it for you and pass it down and make sure it gets executed. So that's the team of leaders that you are hiring at that stage. The salary is gonna be a whole lot more. We're talking about $60,000 a year, $70,000, $100,000 a year. That's what we're talking about at that stage.
That's why you're getting better quality people too.
$11 an hour. We're not talking about $10 an hour at that stage. Leaders, we're talking about salaries, $40,000, $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 a year. That's what we're talking about at that stage. Okay?
Yeah, and at this stage, you still need to grow. You need cash flow. You need to increase your billable hours. You need to focus making sure you need to have training system for your team to be trained so they can be even more effective, even better than you, right? So they can be doing the work as effective as you will have done it or better.
Yeah. And for your marketing and sales, you want to have consistent flow of leads coming, like we're doing earlier. You need to know exactly how many leads do you need to reach your next goal and work that math, find that number, and now your team knows, so they're working on that to consistently bring the leads in. Figure out exactly what you need to do to increase your conversion rate, right? What is working? What is it that when you do, make people say yes? So that way you can do it again. This is why at that stage you need leaders, so that you can have the time yourself to look at things, to see the patterns. What is working? What is it that when we do, people say yes? What is that when we do, they don't say yes? So that you can replicate what make them say yes. You can do it over and over and over again and increase your conversion rate. And team, you need you being the owner, you need the business operator. So that's the person that kind of like literally has his or her eyes on everything that's happening in the business. Anybody needs something, before it gets to you, it gets to that person first. Because at that stage, you need to reduce on the amount of communication that is coming from all different, from everybody else. You need to reduce that amount of communication and funnel it to your business operator, who will make decisions for you, because you have to trust that person as well. Last night I was talking to our business operator, and she was like, I need your decision on something, because I decided to, well, my opinion, she needed on something. She was like, I decided to do this. I was like, okay. She's like, oh, so what do you say about that? I'm like, what do I have to say? That was a decision. I trusted you to make that kind of decisions. I don't have anything to say. I trusted you to make that kind of decision. You made it, and it's done, right? So you need to have that kind of people who are your business operator that can make decisions for you. Your marketing representative, scheduler, those are the people that are in charge. You're going out there, your admission specialist.
And before the scheduler, you may have multiple schedulers.
Yes.
Once you reach a certain billable hours per week, really, let's say about like 1,000 billable hours per week, I think every 500 to another 1,000, you may need a different extra person to help with this, because it gets to be a lot.
Yep.
Yeah, it gets to be a lot.
All right. So admission specialist, your field assessment or care coordinator, and again, you may need more than one of
depending
those
on your
people,
billable hours at this
depending
point.
on your billable hours. So every tier of a certain amount of billable hours, you need kind of like almost a staff for that amount of billable hours to care for it. And then as you grow, you will also need more and more of that leadership team to do things for you.
And when it comes to your operation at this point, you really want to be crystal clear. You want to make sure communication is good, that everybody understand, like there's a communication cadence, that everybody is on the same point. Everybody understand the vision. Everybody understand what's being asked of them. Everybody understand the outcomes. Anybody that you hire, they're supposed to be making you some type of money, okay? They're not supposed to be like putting you in the red. Of course, when you first hire somebody, they just got started, you're gonna get in the red. But after being there for 3 months, yeah, we need to be making me some money somewhere, right? So that's really important that you do that. And I know sometimes when you look at this and you're looking, hey, I need a team, I need to hire these people, it's scary, right? It's like I'm responsible for their people's livelihood. But what I will tell you, if you have the first month or the first, let's say first 3 months to be conservative, if you know you can come up with the first 3 months of the money that you have to pay them, if you made a good hire, they should be able to pay themselves by what they bring to the table after that 3 months.
And then ensure that your care is being delivered systematically and efficiently. What does that mean? That means you have again the standard of operating procedures. You have that established so that people know exactly how to do everything that is supposed to be done for care delivery. And once they are doing that, now you have a system to deliver your care. It's done exactly the same way every time. Once it's done, you get the reviews, so everybody knows, like the reels keep on going. and going and going. So that's what you want to happen. And the faster the wheel goes, the more efficient your care delivery now becomes. And we get to what we call the leader.
Are you guys enjoying this? How many of you are like, wow, this is mind blowing? I wish I was in the room. If you like, hey, this is good, I'm getting this. I want you to put I'm getting this in the chat. Put I'm getting this in the chat. If this is good and you getting it, I want you to put I'm getting this in the chat. Put I'm getting this in the chat. Go ahead, put I'm getting this in the chat. Yes, I'm getting this in the chat. Awesome, awesome. Yes, this is fantastic. I'm getting this. And I know you're like, wow. Imagine how amazing this is just to get a little taste of it virtual. So imagine next year when we're gonna come, like, oh, like it's gonna be even better. We're gonna 10x what we did this year. Next year, well, imagine when you're in the room and what you gonna get. So make sure you get in the room, get your ticket now while it's 50% off while it lasts. So the link is there. Get your ticket. Let's continue this. Let's get more. Let's go.
Of leaders, $1 million or more. Who's in that category? Anyone else using their hands with me? Okay, so they are. So in that stage, yes, yes. So in that stage, you are leader of leaders. Remember in the previous stage, you were kind of like you are building that leadership team. Now you get to the stage where your focus is leading that leadership team, right? You are the leader of leaders. That is your focus at that stage.
Yeah, and it's a great milestone. I don't have the statistics, but most businesses in the US don't even get to that number to make $1 million. This is like a huge milestone. So at this point, really what you're thinking is like, how do I basically 10x what I did, but at a faster rate, right? Because once you know how to make $1 million, the next time you make it, it's gonna be faster, it's gonna be easier because you already know how to do it, right? At this point is really you wanna document everything, documenting system. The biggest thing you need your leaders to go into each department and refine the system and processes that you have created. And at this point, your goal is to get out of the day-to-day so you can start really being in a strategic position in your business.
And when you get out of the day-to-day, it's not so that you can go and sit on the beach all day. No, that's not the goal. That is not the goal, people. Okay? You are thinking that's the goal? No, it's not the goal. The goal is now we've made $1 million. Now is how do we make 10 million? Right? So this is why you become the leader of leaders, because in order for you to go from 1 million to 10 million, you get out of the day-to-day operation. Why? So that you can learn faster. This is the stage where learning is, you have to be obsessed with learning. We have to be obsessed with learning great books about business, listening to great podcasts about business, going to some of the best conferences, being in mastermind with people who are like divers. This is the stage where learning is so crucial for you, right? Learning is crucial at that stage. At that stage, listen up. I mean, there is no stage there that you should be watching TV anyways, but there is no stage where you should be watching TV, right? So at that stage, if you think TV was, there was like you used to spend like 10 minutes a day on TV, at that stage, that 10 minutes, you don't have it. You don't have that 10 minutes a day for TV. You are obsessed with learning. Obsessed with learning. You want to pay people to just sit with them and learn from them. That's what happens at that stage. Books, podcasts, audiobooks, You want to learn about everything about business, not just home care business, but I'm talking about business in general. Because there are certain things, you get to a stage in your business, in your home care business, where you have to ask yourself, what are some other strategies that is being applied outside of this industry that I can learn and frame it for my home, for my home care? Maybe other agencies are not doing it. That is gonna give you that will give you some kind of advantage over the other agencies. You have to be obsessed with that. Okay, so and strategize on the business. The more you learn, the better you can strategize for your business. And at this stage, you are the owner. You are the CEO. That's the team that you have, and then you have a director of operation. You have basically, it's only leaders that you have at that stage. You have a director of operations. They can make decisions. They don't necessarily need you. They just need to know your vision. They just need to know your voice. They need to know what's in your mind. That's all that they need to know to do everything that they need to do without you being there all day with them. And they have to have the capacity to do the things that you need to get done as well, right? And then you need your care coordinator, staffing coordinator, marketing director, and all of those people that you see on the team, leaders, all leaders, right? And they all have different group of employees that work with them. Your care, you need to develop your care team. Again, that is a leadership team that you also develop. Your marketing, you need to scale your marketing and sales. At that moment, you may need to look into more of SEOs for your marketing. You may need to do more ads or better ads, paid ads for caregivers, so that you can scale your marketing and sales. Operation, again, delegate decision making. You don't have to be making every single decision in the business. Your leadership team should know your vision good enough. They should believe in that vision enough. They should buy into that vision enough so that they can go and do the things as if you weren't there. That is what they need to be able to do at that stage. They shouldn't need you for every single decision. They shouldn't need you to sign off on every single thing. They should be able to do those things without you being there. Okay? So, leaders of leaders, was that on point? Right? All right. So, I told you I was gonna give you something where everybody, it was very targeted to where you are in the process. Did I deliver? Yes. All right. I'm happy that I delivered.
Online, did we deliver? Let us know in the chat. Zoom, did we deliver? Let us know in the chat. Let us know in the chat.
All right, everyone. So, here's the thing. I just gave you the pathway, and each of you are in one of those categories, right? Even the ones who are in $1 million, there's another category above that, right? Because after $1 million, you're like, okay, if I'm at $1 million in a year, how can I make it in a month? That's the next question, because the next goal is we need to make 10 millions, right? So each of you are in different categories, and you need the help for each of those categories. Am I right? Yes? You need help for each of those categories so that you can not only master this category, but you can graduate from this category to go to the next one and do it as fast as possible. When I say as fast as possible, so that you can do it as fast as possible and you can get the proper guidance to go to the next step. And this is why we study those things. We study those things so that when we can tell you exactly at your stage, this is what you need to do, okay? I tell you, what do? You listen and you implement, right? So that you can go to the next stage. Because we'll give you things that is targeted, directed directly to your category. Would you be happy, like, if we were to do that for you? Who would you want that? Would you want that?
Yeah. That yes is weak. Let's do some. Yes. Would you guys want that?
Would you want that? Yes. All right. So, what do you say? They don't want it? Let me get up this stage. They don't want it. I'm good. They don't want it. Okay, I'm going back. Okay. I was about to say, okay. All right. So you guys want it. You want help in exactly where you are in the pathway to get to the next stage, to the next stage, to the next stage, until you become the leaders of leaders, even beyond, right?
Yes.
Okay. So,
do y'all want that help?
You guys want that help? Listen up. That is the next phase of this presentation, right? If you want the help to get you from wherever you are in this pathway, right? It doesn't matter. Every single one of you watching this, you are in one of those categories, and there is help for you to kind of like graduate from this category and move up to the next stage of the pathway. So I see some yeses here, some yes. All right, let's get to the next part of the presentation.
So this is why we've thought really long and hard about this. We've also talked to a lot of you to figure out exactly what would work. What is it that would actually help, right? And we told you before, we had the mastermind. We have Woda, who's here, who used to be part of the 2020 cohort, and we shut it down. We shut it down at, I think that was after that promotion. No, the one after, because they had good results. Probably the one after, and we're like, you know what? It's not about the money. It's not about people paying. It's about people actually listening and taking action. Because if I'm telling you things and it's taking me time to say it, and I'm not seeing you taking action, I might as well not do it. I might as well not do it at all. Let me take that time and do something else that is simply for myself, for my business, and I'm okay, right? And I'm okay. So this is why we shut it down. And then we've had so many people, like every week, even like yesterday, someone said, "Are you going to open the mastermind again? Please let me know. Please let me know. Just send me the link and I'm ready." We're like, we'll think about it. We'll think about it. So we've been having like you're asking that all the time, asking. So we say, okay, it may be finally the time to actually go and help our community even more. Anyone feel like, yeah, I want this, yeah. So, what is it?
We are the community.
Yes. So this is what we are going to share.
Zoom,
with
you there?
Right? This is what we're gonna share with you. You on Zoom, we're gonna share that with you as well. And since we are among diverse, right? Yeah. Since we are among diverse, we're gonna show you how to go and keep diving deep, going deep in the pathway, wherever you are. Let's go dive in that category. Let's go there and bring your business to the next level. Are you ready? Yeah. All right, we are the divers in the room. Yeah, the divers in the room. Oh. Okay, DJ, I see you. I see you. All right, so this is your official invitation. That's your official invitation to the Home Care Millionaires Mastermind. Listen, I'm passionate about this thing. Okay? I'm very, very passionate about these things because it's really a lot that goes into there, right? The home care home care millionaire mastermind. When I said the mastermind, I told you earlier about being in a community of people that actually you can get feedback from, so you can talk to, you can have something and you can text them and call on them. You are in a group where you can say, hey, you know what? Sue said this thing. Do you remember what it was about? Like, you are following the same principles, right? When you live here, you go home, guess what? Ray and them, they're gonna be like, hey, let's go hang out, hey, let's go party, hey, let's go party, hey. Guess what? That's not, Christina's gonna be like, let's go log into that photo. Let's see what is the next step we need to do, right? That's what she's gonna be saying, right? When you log into that mastermind group, Christina's not gonna say, where the party at tonight? He's gonna be like, how do we get another 100 billable hours next week? Right? She's gonna be like, when is the next coaching call? Right? She's gonna text you saying, hey, the next coaching call is at 7 p.m. We have Q&As tonight. We have mastermind Q&As. I can't wait to go. Not like 7 p.m. We're gonna go party. No, it's 7 p.m. We need to go on that Q&A call, right? So this is why the mastermind is so important. And this is what will be going on in the mastermind. We're gonna be diving deep into like values, the values that you need to surround your business with, your vision, your mission, culture, leadership. I told you all the time that when it comes to your business, culture is so important. It's either you create the culture or it's gonna be created for you. Your employees, your vendors, everyone, they are going to create some kind of culture in your business. If you don't do it, you have to do it intentionally. You have to put in the work to develop what is the culture you want to have in your business. If you haven't done that, you haven't sit down to actually do it intentionally, guess what? There is a culture in your business, it's not yours. It's not yours because you haven't intentionally set that culture, right? Or it may not be the one that you want, right? So we are going to go deep diving into working to set all of that in your business. Who want to do this kind of work, to set all this in their businesses, right? So the next thing we're going to talk about, we will go deep dive into the operations. All the things that we just go and talk about for the operations, guess what? You're going to be working on setting up your operations for you, right? We're going to work together to have you doing that. Your standard operating procedures. What's going to happen is that we're going to have trainings. I'll tell you a little later. We're going to have trainings. People who actually do that. We have our own business operator who work on all these things for us. Guess what? We're going to bring on to do a training for you and giving you templates so that you can go and follow that and take all the things out of your brain and put them in a system that when you hire people, they just come in the system and do exactly what you want them to do, not wasting your time, not wasting, getting you mad, you have headaches because people are not doing the thing. But guess why they are not doing the thing? Because they don't know the thing to do, because you never take the thing out of your brain and put it on a thing called a paper so that they can follow, right? So what we want to do is to take the thing out of your brain and put it on a thing that they can see so they can do the thing, right? So that is what we're going to do with the standard of operation procedures. What are the automation that you need? What are the systems that you need based on the area where you are in the pathway? What are those things? So we're going to go and work on that. Your marketing, the KPIs and all the things that we talked about. We are going to work together during that time in the mastermind to bring that to life. Materials. What are the marketing materials that you need to have? Your brochures, your flyers, and all this good stuff that you need to have. Review them. Make sure that
the spreadsheet to track, the different things to track.
Tracking, spreadsheet. We talked about that earlier, right? Being able to track everything that's happening in your business. We are going to give you templates, spreadsheets to track everything. Listen, this thing is going to take your business to the next level. Being able to track everything that's happening in your business is definitely going to be able to take your business to the next level because you know what's happening. You can predict what is going to happen, and you can predict the amount of effort you and your team need to deploy to get to the goals that you want. This is why you see companies, they can confidently do projections. Why? Because they have studied all these numbers in their businesses, and they can say, for next year, this is what we predict. If everything else kind of like stays the same, this is what like where we're gonna be. And at the end of the year, typically they will probably like maybe a few percentage less, even more, because they follow the numbers. They know their numbers. You too, you have to know the exact same thing. So we're gonna go deep diving into that. Building your $1 million team, right? Building your $1 million team. What are some of the things that you need to do to effectively manage your team?
How many of you like Joy presentation? Yeah, then. So in the mastermind, we're gonna bring experts.
If I bring Joy to do some trainings, we'll be excited to see some trainings from Joy. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'll bring Joy just for the 4 of you. Okay, the other ones, no, not for you. All right.
So in the mastermind, we're gonna have experts coming to do training on the things that they're good at, like team hiring, those things that they're really good at, to do those expert trainings for you.
Yes. So who would want to actually have great training on team building, on building your leadership team? Who would want to have like great trainings from great experts on that category, right? So in the mastermind, we will be doing all of that. So not only just from the 2 of us, but you will be having like other experts that we will bring on. Sales, your $1 million sales, right? Billable hours. How do you increase your prices? You heard Rhoda talked about how like we didn't actually have her go out there and get a whole bunch of new clients. We just teach her how to increase her billable hours. And then she was like, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. Right, Rhoda? And then what happened? You listen. Rhoda listened and she implemented. And just like that, right? So we will be looking at those things to see, okay, what are you charging? And what are the strategies to actually increase your billable hours so that you can increase the revenue in your business? Again, calls, testimonial. How do you collect those things to make sure that a lot of you don't have any testimonials from your clients? Who has testimonials from their clients? Okay, see, just a few of them, right? So we will give you systems that allow you to do that like on a regular basis, so that you don't have to be struggling to get testimonials from your clients, because you're gonna need those things to use in your marketing, right? So we will be working on all of this, and of course talking about financial management. You had Nita here last night, who literally right the stage on everything related to accounting in your business. So would you want to have someone coming in, do a training on those different things, on your profit and loss statement and all these things related to accounting? Would you like to have that training for you? Yes, definitely.
Would you guys love something like that? Let us know in the chat.
Definitely. And then your $1 million care. How do you deliver a $1 million care or more to your clients? Care management, visit, onboarding. How do you make your onboarding even a lot better? Client satisfaction, survey, making sure that your client experience is great. We're going to have experts on that. Actually, we have an expert on client experience right here in the room. She will be one of the experts, one of the mentors in the program. Anania, she's right there in the back. She'll be speaking with us tonight or tomorrow. She's gonna have a session to talk to you about the client experience. She is an expert in that field. I'm not gonna say who she works with yet, because she works with big time, people who are like, I'm talking about billion-dollar companies that she's doing this kind of work with. She's gonna be coming and helping you. But like, listen, I should probably just ask you to go to her and ask her, how much would you charge for 1 hour of consultation?
Leave her alone.
How many hundreds? How many thousands? Right? She's gonna come in and train y'all. Are you excited about that? Yeah? Yeah, so she's gonna come in and do that training to teach you about how to create a great client experience so that your clients can become your raving fans. This is what we want. This is what we want in our home care agencies. And what else I haven't said?
You said a lot. I'm like, that's a lot.
That's a lot. Yeah. So, and you will be having the community with you, all the other members of the mastermind. It's not just, hey, it's Sue and Enoch doing this thing, but guess what? It's a whole team of mentors that are expert in different categories that you're gonna have doing different trainings for you to get your business to the next level. And when those trainings are done, we're gonna have the mastermind portal where those trainings will be housed in there. So if at any point you're like, what did Ananias said? I need to review that. Guess what? You go right back to the portal and then you'll get that training again. And then you're gonna get all the templates of the trainings. When they come to do some kind of trainings, they will give you also the templates so that you can go, you still have it with you to make things happen. I mean,
Yeah.
she said, that's good, right? Good.
And I know some of you here today, you're like, you've been telling me those 3 days have been phenomenal. Imagine if you stay into that container with this community for a longer period. Like you told me the experiences you're having already. Imagine if you stay in that container for a year, what will happen to you, to your life, to your business, and the things like you will be able to achieve.
Yeah. So who wants a piece of that mastermind? Who wants some of this? Right?
Oh.
Yes. You want all?
She's like,
I want it all. All right. So
All right. So here's the thing. Let me know right now. Let me know who wants to be in that mastermind. Who wants that mastermind? Let me know who wants that mastermind. Put it in the chat. Put me. If you want to be in that mastermind, put me in the chat. Put me in the chat. Listen, there's nothing like this mastermind. There's nothing like it because you are working on your goals, on your path to bring your agency to your first or next $1 million in revenue. There's nothing like it. When you have like several coaches where each of them would literally be able to ask you thousands of dollars for 1 hour of their time, including Sue and I, right? All of those coaches, any one of us can literally say, you need to pay us $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 for 1 hour of our time. And guess what? You're gonna have all of them in this program, probably more than 5, 6 coaches in the program to help you different aspects of your business, giving you different training, giving you different kind of templates, all with one goal, because we want you to win. We want you to get to the next level of the pathway and reaching $1 million in your home care agency. So everybody who put me in the chat, I'm asking my team to go ahead and send them the link so that they can apply for the mastermind. Okay, we're gonna give you an application link to apply for the mastermind. At this point, the mastermind is almost at full capacity.
We only have 3 seats right now. We have 17 people in the mastermind.
Yes,
we'll join. We only have 3 more seats because we're capping it at 20. Okay, we only have 3 more seats because we're capping this at 20. Okay, so if you want to be part of it, okay, so this is working with us for a whole year to get you from where you are now in the $1 million pathway to your next milestone, to your first or next $1 million, and putting basically all the infrastructure, everything that you need so you can be able to reach those huge goals that you have. So this is We only have 3 seats. We
3
only
seats
have
for 3 divers. Listen, those are 3 seats for 3 divers, meaning that 3 people who are serious about getting their agencies to the next level, to the next million, and they want to go deep dive. They want everything. You gotta want everything to do this. You have to want it all, not just a little bit of things on the surface. You have to want it all. You have to want to go deep dive. You have to want to go to the trainings. You have to want to go to those coaching calls. You have to want to be in a place where you can ask questions. You have to want to be in a place where the things that are happening in your agencies, you can ask someone. You can come on a call and say, hey, I have a question. This issue is just happening. How can I solve it? I want this. I want to get more clients. How do I do that? You have to want this, right? You have to want this as a deep diver. And then we're gonna go over your applications. We'll give you a call if we feel like, you know what, you are a good fit based on your answers. We're going to contact you and go to the next step. Okay. And again, this is an invitation for you to apply to the mastermind, and this is only for our deep divers.
And this is really, like I said, we have only 3 seats. Okay, so imagine like you work with us. It's basically we're gonna give you everything. We're gonna be in there supporting you to your first or next $1 million, right? And revenue in your agency, because you have to build the right infrastructure. You have to have the marketing plan. You have to have everything. We're gonna be there along the side, not only us, and also we're gonna have other team members, other professionals, other great coaches in different area that's gonna be there with you. So we cannot wait for that. It's gonna be amazing. You got in, like, this is worth everything. Okay, of course this is not cheap, because like if you have to invest at the level you expect result, right? It is not cheap. You have to invest at the level you expect results. So if you really want results, and you want to imagine if we did this like for $100, we cannot give you the type of result that you're looking. We cannot give you the time that you need. We cannot give you the attention that you need. So this is not cheap, but this is gonna get you the results that you need. So we'll need the application link. All you do tonight is apply, and I can share the screen. The application is very easy, super easy. Let me click on the link and show you how to fill out the application. Who needs the application link? If you need the application link, let us know in the chat. Put me in the chat. If you want to be one of the 3 people, put me in the chat, and we make sure to get you this application link right there. And I'm gonna show you real quick how easy this application link is, so you can fill it out. It's super. Can you put the application for me somewhere? It's super easy. Once you click on the link, it is very, very easy to actually fill this application out. Okay, so do you guys have any questions? Any questions whatsoever? Do you guys have any questions?
If you have any questions, let us know. Again, fill out you fill out the application. There is no obligation when you fill it out. A member of our team we're going to review the application, and then a member of our team will reach out to you to go over your application, and then invite you to the next step. If we feel like if you qualify, then we will invite you to the next step.
Okay, so this is it. Once you go to the website, you're gonna click apply now. Okay, once you click apply now, it's gonna bring you to this form. All you have to do, you're gonna put your name, your address, your email address, your business name, how long you've been in business, the year-to-date income, how many employees you have, what are your 3 biggest challenge, where do you want to be in business in the next 12 months. You just type it up and then you submit, and that's basically the application. Once you fill out the application, our team will review it, and then once you review it, we'll give you a call, let you know if you qualify or not. So now this is who's ready for that? Who's ready for that? If you're like, hey, I need this, put me in the chat. Put me in the chat. Put me in the chat if you need this. me in the chat. Put me in the chat. Okay, put me in the chat. And then go ahead, put me in the chat. Go back to the presentation. Put me in the chat if you know you need this. And I know there's other type of people. There's this people like Sue. I know this is for me. I know this is for me. I know, and I know, and I know. And maybe you are at the conference. You're like, oh, I didn't do it at the conference, but I went home. I know this is for me. If you know this is you, and you're like, you know, I know this is for me. I don't even want to go through this application process. I'm ready to do my deposit. I'm ready. I want you to put skip the line in the chat. Skip the line in the chat. And if you put skip the line, I know you're ready, and I'll send you straight. You can make your deposit tonight, and we can get you. And you're like, yeah, I don't want to miss. I want to be one of the 3. I'm ready. Let me skip the line. I'm ready to do my deposit and get this thing done. So just put skip the line in the chat.
If you put skip the line, we'll let you skip the line.
We'll let you skip the line, and you can secure your spot and pay your deposit, and we can go right then and there. Okay.
So let us know in the chat if you're not skip the line. Put skip the line in the chat, and then we will let you. Our team will simply send you the information to allow you to skip the line and move to the next step. Okay. All right. So that was your official invitation to the Home Care Millionaire Mastermind. This is all the things that we will be covering during your time, your 1 year commitment to this mastermind. Your marketing, sales, operation, team, care, mindset, leadership. All these things will be covered during your time in the mastermind. So you want to skip the line? Let us know so you can skip the line. If not, fill out the application and we'll just have a conversation. And then all right. So I see skip the line. I see skip the line. Someone on iPhone says skip the line. So please, Rax, send the information.
Yeah, can you please tell us your name, the person that wants to skip the line?
Yeah, we don't see the name.
It only says iPhone.
Put the name. Sharon say complete my application.
Go, Sharon.
So who else?
Make sure
Amen.
Please make sure that everybody's muted. Thank you very, very much. Yeah. So if you want to skip the line, put skip the line. If you want to complete your application, if you have already done it, put complete my application. Like Sharon, let us know that you have completed your application. Now, anyone that we are currently missing, anyone that we are currently missing in this, I want to know if we are currently missing anyone. I do know we have 2 categories of people. If you are those people who said, you know what, I'm an explorer, I want to be a newbie. If you are an explorer where you haven't started the agency yet, you don't have your license yet, you don't have anything yet, and you want to start, guess what? I want you to put in the comment for me. Put explorer in the comment so that we can give you the information for our turnkey program. I know we have those categories of people in here, and we don't want to do you a disservice by not giving you an opportunity to move on to your next level. Okay, if we don't give you the opportunity to move on to your next level, that's a disservice. So for those of you who haven't started yet, who haven't done anything yet, I want you to say to let us know in the chat that you are an explorer. Put explorer in the chat so that our team will have that conversation with you. Somebody's just said iPhone. I don't know who that is. If you let us know the name,
people. Can you tell us the name?
Right. So let us know the iPhone that says Explorer. Let us know who you are. So basically what we have for our Explorer is our turnkey home care agency program. The turnkey is where we do all the work for you to start your own home care agency. All the things about registering your business with your state. If you don't have that yet, we do that for you. Your licensing. If you're in a state that requires licensing, we make sure that your license is approved and you don't have to be working through a whole lot of back and forth with your state, right? So we do all of that for you. We take on that load. We do all that load for you. All the requirements, the paperwork required to get your license, your policy and procedures, client packet, employee file, all those documents you need to be compliant with your state, to be compliant within the industry. We make sure that you have all these documents. On top of that, we give you a bunch of other bonuses, such as we're giving you a training for your marketing and operation to market and operate your home care agency. We have a portal. We give you access, a 6 months access to that training, and we do all of that for you to make sure that your business can start off on the right fit. So if this is where you are as an explorer, put Explorer in the chat and our team will send you the information for Explorer. Okay, they will send you that information for Explorer. Okay, so as Yvette, Aretha, so go ahead and put and please team, I have Ayana and Rox. They will send you the information that you need as explorers so that you can move up to your next phase in that pathway. This is actually the first phase. You are an explorer now. You want to be a newbie, right? So we're going to take you from an explorer and do all the work for you to get your license, to make sure that we give you a turnkey agency and move you to your next stage as a newbie. And if you are in that stage from newbie to the leaders of leader, you are going to be part of the mastermind. So fill out the application. If you want to skip the line, put skip the line so we can give you the information. And guess what? We're going to move you from wherever you are in that pathway to your next stage. If you are a newbie, 0 to 100K, we're going to move you to the next stage, right? And the next stage and the next stage. So Emily says 6 months access. Yes, Emily, you get 6 months access to the operation and marketing training. And Emily is actually
it's
in
6
our
months.
turnkey program. Yes, 6 months.
I'm gonna say I say 3 months when you said. If I say
No.
3 months, I was tired, and I don't. When it is 6 months.
No, Emily, you get 6 months. Okay, 6 months access to the operation and marketing training. All right. So, license already but new. Aretha, if you have your license, you have your policy and procedures, your client packet, employee file.
If you have everything, like if you only have the license and you don't have anything else, then we need to talk. But if you have because we have 2 programs. With the Explorer, if you don't have anything, you don't need to be in the mastermind. You need to be in the turnkey program. Okay? So if you Explorer, you need to be in the turnkey program. Explorer means you don't have a business yet. You're looking to get started. Or you may have something in place, but you don't have the full package, right? So you need the turnkey program. Because if you only have the license, you don't have policy, you don't know how to run the business, you don't know anything, you need to be in the turnkey program. If you already started and you have everything, you have policy and procedures, you have your HR paperwork, you have all of your documentation, and your business is up and running, you may not bring any revenue yet, then you're qualified for the mastermind. Is that clear for everybody? Let us know. Because I know it's 2 different programs for 2 different people. If that's clear, let us know. If you have questions, let us know.
Put your questions in there. They say, how much is a mastermind program? If you are in that category,
you can apply. And once you apply, we can have a conversation. But the deposit to be in the program is for the mastermind program. The deposit is $2,000 to get in the program. That's the deposit, and then you pay monthly. But fill out the application. If you qualify for this program, then we can go ahead and talk to you more in depth about it.
Yes. And again, those programs, both of them, those are for divers. Both the turnkey and the mastermind, they are for divers. People who said, you know what, I'm ready to go all in and just go to the bottom of this and come up with some riches, come up with my millions, right? So that's why those programs are only for the divers. And if you remember, right, it doesn't cost a lot to be at the surface, because there is not much things going on at the surface, right? In the shallow waters, there's not much going on. The conversations, they are not that deep, right? The things that are happening there, it's not really moving forward. You don't have any much of accountability. You don't have a team. You don't have, people who foresee things and keeping you moving forward. But when you go deep diving, you have coaches. You have things that are already established to help you move to your next step, right? So you don't have to make a whole lot of mistakes. You don't have to figure a whole lot of things out by yourself. We already have those things established for you, whether it's in the turnkey or in the mastermind. All these things are already established for you, right? So therefore, as a diver, we go deep dive. We need more equipment. We need more things to go down there, right? And we do more time. It takes also a lot more time to work together. So as a result, well, of course, we expect to invest at the level in which we expect results, right? So we invest at the level that we expect result. So the result that we are expecting in the mastermind, we are expecting to move you to the next step. We're expecting to move you to your next step in the pathway to your first or next million. So you're gonna invest at that level. In the turnkey, we're expected to move you from not having an agency to actually having an agency turnkey, ready to accept clients, getting all the things that your state requires, getting all the things to make you compliant. You're gonna invest at that level as well.
Awesome. Let's drop the link to the application for the mastermind. And if somebody is an explorer, put explorer in the chat, then my team can drop the right link for you. Okay, so let's do this. And then, so that was day 2, right? And then what did we do in day 2? Oh, we ended day 2 with a party, y'all. We had a party.
Oh yeah, day 2 we ended with a party.
Nobody wanted to go. So the first day, everybody was like, Sue, you can you let us go early so we can go explore the town? Because last night you kept us until 9. We appreciate it, but we want to go explore the town. I tried to let them go early. Nobody wanted to go. They ended up with a whole party. We have a video on it. I think we posted the video online.
Yeah, you guys should see the video in the group online where like the DJ went all out, music playing, people dancing. We had line dancing, we had trend dancing. Man, we were partying. We were partying for a long time on day 2. So we ended day 2 and we move on to day 3. So day 3 again, that is when we talked about your $1 million story, right? So Andy came back on day 3 and he talked about your $1 million story. So man, he went deep into the teachings. I was like, Andy, like, why are you giving all these things that we pay like more than $10,000 for? And so anyway, so Andy went deep into this, teaching about how you guys can leverage stories to in your agency. And then we talk about implementation, how you're going to implement all these things during your time, whether in the mastermind or outside of the mastermind, how you going to implement. So we talk about the $1 million implementations. And of course, we celebrated again on day 3. We had a $1 million celebration.
I think I found a video of that.
You found a video?
I think I found a video of it. Hold up, let me see. How do I make this bigger?
Well, you can see it here. If you take the link and send it to share it to my phone, and then I can
I think I can share it here.
Play it for.
Yeah, so I found a video, y'all. Yeah, we had so much fun. Let me tell you. When
send me the link.
Okay. I'm gonna send.
Who wants to see how we partied on day 3? On day 3. Oh, Rachel said, I said we would leave. Okay, I had one of us had to be muted before. So
Oh,
that he
hold
doesn't.
up. I don't think
Right.
you can keep talking. I don't
So
think I think I have
Rachel
it.
said, I said we would be leaving at I don't see it anymore. What Rachel said. Oh, at 4. We left at 5:30. See, that's how good that was. Rachel
Yeah.
was supposed to leave at 4. She left at 5:30, y'all.
Yeah, I found this video. Let me show it to you.
All right, let me mute myself and then you can play.
So I found this video. You have to no, you have to take audio off.
Go ahead.
Take audio off. Leave audio. Leave computer audio. Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, awesome. So this is a quick snap, 5 seconds of this. Look. Oh, it wasn't long, but like you guys have. Yeah,
That was more than that.
Yeah, I know, but that's all the one I could find. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Leave audio on this.
Mm-hmm.
It was definitely more than that, a whole lot more than that. Like we actually partied that night. It was really, really interesting that night. So we did that, and on day 3, story implementation celebration, we did that $1 million celebration, and all those wonderful deep divers who came and they say, you know what, we going deep dive into the mastermind. So those are the new members of the mastermind. When you join the mastermind, you're gonna be part of that elite group of home care agency owners who are deep diving to the next step in the pathway towards their first or next $1 million in revenue. So I'm excited. We are excited to be working with some of those amazing home care agency owners. All right. Oh, Emily said, my hubby said, I thought you said you went to learn about the business. All I see are partying. Oh, yes. Listen, it's part of it, right? It's part of it when you are amongst good group of entrepreneurs and having fun, learning, it's part of it. I think that's, it was well,
You should show them this video. Go ahead.
Right?
Show them this video. Here.
Can you
it's in the link.
Send it?
You should have it.
Okay,
So
we'll share with you one more video. Let me stop sharing so I can find that link. Listen, it's worth it, okay? It's worth it. I want to show you that video. It's worth it, guys. It's worth it. Day 2. Okay. So
basically, so this picture Enoch was showing earlier, those are the new members of the mastermind, the people that say yes to themselves, and we had fun, y'all. When they say yes to themselves, we honor the decision, we celebrated them, we celebrate them. We like, it was a whole fun. We did a pinning ceremony for them. It was really cool. So I want you to see a little bit of the pinning ceremony.
Just a little bit of that. Audio is not. Hold on, guys. Give me just a moment. Let me.
Yeah, so while Enoch is figuring out the whole thing with that part, so basically we had a pinning ceremony for them. It was good. We celebrated them. We gave them gifts to really honor their decision, and really because they did an amazing decision, like decided, like not a lot of people don't decide to invest in themselves, invest in their business to get the results that they need, right? They don't. So we definitely honor those people. Okay, so we're gonna show. Is it working now? Let me make sure it's working. That Enoch can. Yeah. So once it's working, Enoch gonna show you. But it was so much fun, y'all. Like it was so much fun. So much fun. And I see some of our member in here. So yeah, we excited to see you there. So somebody say, Sean say, are you going to call me to set up the meeting? Yes. So we're gonna review your application. And once we review your application, somebody from our team is going to call you and do your meeting. Somebody from our team is going to call you and do the meeting, schedule the meeting with you. So we're super excited to have that. Any other questions? Any other questions? Any other questions? Any other questions? But let me tell you, this thing was a blast. It was a blast. Like seriously, you cannot miss next year. Okay. Somebody say something. Let me see what they say. You cannot miss next year. Okay. Let me tell you. Yeah, we danced at the conference.
Yeah, yes, we did.
You cannot miss next year. Okay. You cannot miss next year.
Yeah.
So look, we got it.
Here it is.
All I do is win, no matter what. Got money on my mind. Mastermind, go up. And they stay there, and they stay there, and they stay there, and they stay there, and they stay there. Win. If you going in, put your hands in the air. Ludacris going in on the verse, 'cause I never been defeated and I won't stop now. Keep your hands up, get them in the sound, but I'm that ain't making it my whole block down. I never win no war. What they say, Ludacris. Blame it on that God song. The hood call it loaded yak. And I'm on this performance track, so I spend my bonus on my hands go up and down. Like strippers' booties go. My verses still be serving. Like a million verses. Last time on a college remix, now I'm on the original. All I do is win, no matter what. Got money on my mind. I ain't never giving up. Every time I step up in the field, everybody hands up. And they say that, and they say that, and they say that. All you do is what? What? If you going in, put your hands in the air. You say that. Where my millionaires at? Where my millionaires at? Where are my millionaires?
Awesome. We wanted to celebrate you guys, you know. We celebrate everyone, but we know, you know, awesome decision. Now, virtual people, anything virtual. Maybe not. I don't think that was turkey virtual. So come in the middle. We want to celebrate you. I mean, real quick. We're not gonna make this long.
Okay. So these were some
mastermind people. How y'all doing? Good.
Let's keep on going.
Awesome. So download coming to you one by one.
You have one in the background, I think.
Awesome. We want to celebrate you. I'll give you the mic. Say why you say yes while you're doing this. I'm gonna get the pen so we can pen you.
I was procrastinating because I wasn't sure. Well, I knew I wanted to be in the program, but financially I wasn't sure if I was able to make it. But Jamelia showed me some key points, and even though I haven't started my company yet, it's almost in the process of launching.
I got so this was some of the participants who decided to actually join the turnkey program to start their own home care agency. So they decided to say, hey, you know what? Let's join this turnkey program to start their own home care agency. So that was.
I want to dive in that I don't make any mistakes. If I do, it's not a lot to cause me
the first group of people that this.
Oh, not this.
Yeah. So this group of people here, They are the people that they haven't started and they decided, hey, I want to start my agency. So that was this group of people. And I see some of them in the chat. Let's give them shout out. Shout out to Emily. Shout out to Rachel. Dr. Jordan. Annie. Shout out to y'all.
Annie. We are family.
Awesome. And those were the first group. And then we had the second group of people. That was the mastermind people. So here, that over here, this is Del Rose. I saw her here earlier. So hey, Del Rose, girl, how you doing? Are you there? Congratulations. We're giving them their pen, their gift.
The mastermind gift.
Yes. And we're taking pictures.
Awesome. What made you say yes to them?
And shout out to Thelma. I saw Thelma in the chat earlier. So Thelma, if you're here, shout out to you. Girl, we love you.
I was very hesitant since I'm waiting on to complete my licensing procedure. But after talking with Enoch and Sue, they provide me the information that I needed. And I know I'm a deep diver. I'm all in. So there's nothing stopping me at this point.
Actually, this one here, this is Tiffany. It's like all of the members here, we having them. They coming, they saying why they decided to make this decision. We're giving them their gift. So it was really a very memorable. Oh,
never be nothing. So
this. Hold on, let me put this back a little bit.
And so I said yes to breaking that generational poverty in my whole.
And I believe this is Felicita talking.
Online.
That was the online people
generation, and also to bring that generational wealth in my family, to be that first one to say yes, although I have worked so hard and now it's finally paying off, and that I can say that I'm a millionaire, you know. And
I think that was LC though. Yeah, I think that was LC.
So we'll be sending you your bag, your pin, and also the jacket.
Oh, this is some of the gifts they're getting. Let me show you this jacket. So we're giving them a jacket. It's like a varsity jacket. We have to go ahead. How do you show? Can we pin line? Can we pin us? Let me see. So this is a varsity jacket that when you become a member of the mastermind that you get
this jacket.
It say HBU for Home Care Bosses United. Then it say Home Care Millionaire Mastermind. And then in the back it says, this one is mine, but this one is mine. Say Home Care Millionaire Mentor, but the one for the say Home Care Millionaire in the making. Yeah. So
I didn't want to open it, but this is exactly what's in the back. Home Care Millionaire in the making.
Yeah. So you get this jacket. And whether you like, let's say you feel like here today, you're like, hey, I need to be in the mastermind, we'll mail you a gift. So don't worry, okay?
Your pin and your jacket. Listen, this jacket is so cool, man.
I know. It's so cool, it's so dope. This is like dope. I love my jacket. I love my jacket. I definitely love my jacket. It's like it is dope. Yeah, it is dope.
That jacket is so cool.
Yeah. So yeah, what else? Yeah, it was like, yeah, I'm still on high. I'm still like, the thing that happened there, I'm still like, wow, a lot really happened there. A lot really, really happened there. Yeah. Yes, it's my favorite color, purple and white. Yes, and I like the color code. Yes, yes, yes. And then we took group. Did you share? This share back. Yeah, so moving. Yeah, so this is group pictures that we took with all the mastermind members. Mastermind in the house, say hello, identify yourself. And then here, the next picture, this is the picture that we took with all of our turnkey people. Turnkey, identify yourself, congratulations. So that's basically how like the best summary we can make for the conference. And then that's that day, the last day, we did a lot of community. We did a lot of sharing in group, because that's really important to learn from each other. So we did that. And then every good thing has to end, right? Every good thing has to end. So we ended the conference. We announced the new date was gonna be next year, June 13th
13
to the 16th. June 13th to the 16th is gonna be in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Yes, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. So now you know in advance, you're gonna make sure you book your ticket as soon as possible. Because let me tell y'all,
Ticket prices will go up, and this is at the lowest you're gonna get
ever
you're
get
gonna
it,
get them.
okay? And it's gonna like this conference is gonna be sold out. Like this conference was our very first conference like this. It was sold out, right?
Yeah.
We took a risk. We did this. We didn't know what was gonna happen. It got sold out, right? So our next conference for sure, after everybody tasted what we have to offer, trust me, this is gonna sell out even before we can even think of it. So please make sure you get your ticket. Team, can you drop the link to get the ticket for next year? This is the lowest ever you'll see this ticket, okay? Because we're getting it 50% off. So, because early bird eat the worms, okay? So you get it 50% off. So you can get in right now. And then when you get you get this 50% off. This is like a steal, y'all. You need to get in. This is a steal. It's not it's limited. I only have a certain number of seats I can only provide, because conference costs a lot of money. Like this conference, y'all, we invested over $60,000 to put this conference that you saw. Okay? We invested over $60,000 to put this conference that you just saw. So conference take a lot of money. So that therefore we can only offer a limited amount of ticket at this low price. So if you want to be there, you know you're ready, you need to get to your agency to the next level. Not only your agency, you know, like, hey, you want to change your life, you want to change your business, you want to you want to meet the millionaire, your millionaire self, you need to be at this conference. You're not coming to this conference to meet me. You're coming to the conference to meet that millionaire in you that's been sleeping and nobody has woken it up already.
Yeah. So this conference let you meet that millionaire self. You haven't met it yet. You haven't met him. You haven't met her, right? So this conference will expose you to your millionaire self. You know why you haven't met your millionaire self yet? Why you haven't met yourself that can bring in $1 million in revenue every year, millions and upon millions, is because you haven't been exposed to that blueprint yet. Here's the thing. Here's the truth that we all have to come to agreement with. We all have to come to agreement with the fact that we were not given a blueprint yet on how to make $1 million. Our parents didn't give us that blueprint because they didn't know it. If they known that blueprint, they would have made millions upon millions upon millions, right? I don't know for you, my parents didn't make millions. And certainly they didn't give me a blueprint to say, hey, this is how you're gonna make millions, right? Their parents didn't make millions and they didn't give them a blueprint to say, this is how you're gonna make millions. Therefore, you have to be exposed to that blueprint for you to actually achieve that. Until we get exposed to something, it becomes a lot more difficult to achieve it. But once we get exposed to it, we get exposed to, oh, this is how this thing is done. You understand the only reason why a lot of you are nurses, right? The only reason why you can be a nurse is because you are exposed to the nursing education. You're exposed to that framework. You went to nursing school. You got exposed to how this whole nursing things work, how to work in a hospital. Guess what? After you graduate, they bring you to a preceptor. You got exposed, and the preceptor now expose you to what's actually going on in the hospital, right? The preceptor exposed you to what's going on in there. If you never went to nursing school, you never had a preceptor who took you and exposed you to what's going on the floor, would you be able to be a nurse? Would you be able to just get into a hospital and provide care? You would not. So they had to give you the blueprint to be a nurse, right? So that's it. They had to give you the blueprint to be a nurse. You got the nursing blueprint. So now you became a nurse. You know how to be a nurse. You know how things work on the floor. You got the blueprint, right? Now, you want to make millions? It's a whole new ball game. You got to know the blueprint, right? You need the blueprint. I needed the blueprint. That's why when we needed that blueprint, we went to end this training. We went to other coaches' training to get the blueprint. We were piecing different aspects of the blueprint together. And guess what? We made it. Now that we've made it, we understand what it takes. And the amount of time it took us to make the first one, the next one, it was a lot shorter time. Because now we understand, okay, if I do this, and those things, it will result to $1 million. Because business is all about formula. Business is about principles. Business is about math. It's not about your feelings, how we feel today, how we feel tomorrow. One of our coaches now, listen, we still have coaches. We have like general business coaching, right? He said, your business doesn't care if you feel sad today, if you feel bad today, if you don't want to wake up today. Your business doesn't care if you're crying today. Your business doesn't care what's going on in the world. It has to function. It has to eat. Your business got to keep going. So when the only way for your business to function that way is to know principles, is to know formulas, is to have a blueprint that you can just execute, right? So this is what we're giving you in the mastermind or in turnkey, right? Wherever you are in that pathway, you're getting that. And when you come to the conference, those are the conversations that we're having at the conference. We're having that blueprint conversations at the conference. And then post-conference, we go to execute, right? So at the conference, we have those $1 million conversations. We expose you to that blueprint. And then we help you execute that blueprint so that you can be on your way to make $1 million or more in revenue. So this is why somebody asked why you meet yourself. Why? I believe that was a question when you say you meet yourself, your $1 million self. She said, why? This is why. Because your $1 million self is the one that is exposed to that $1 million blueprint. That's your $1 million self. You haven't been exposed to that $1 million blueprint yet. Therefore, you haven't met your $1 million self yet. Until you are exposed to that floor at the hospital as a nurse, you have not met your nurse self yet. You did not. When you were in nursing school, you were not exposed to the nurse in you yet. The nurse was there, but you were getting some education here and there. You could have quit. You could have easily said, I'm out of this. I don't want it anymore. You would never be a nurse, right? Until you actually were exposed, got on the floor and exposed to the things that are going on in the hospital and all these things with the preceptor. Now the preceptor exposed you to your nurse self, to the nurse in you. So that's the same thing we do at Blueprint to Million. We expose you to your $1 million self, because your $1 million self will get all those bits and pieces of the blueprint that will get you $1 million or more in revenue.
Yeah. So now, just to make it clear, so the conference, the Blueprint to Million, expose you to your $1 million self. You get to see the blueprint, right? You get to see the blueprint. You get to be in community. You get to meet other people in the industry that are doing well. You learn from them. That's what the conference is, okay? Then when you come to the mastermind, it's like we help you execute the thing, because you come to the conference, you get hype up, and then you need help execute. Some people, they're gonna be like, I'm good, I can execute by myself. Some other people are like, hey, I need more help. I need help executing. Then the mastermind, the Home Care Millionaire Mastermind, is there to help you execute. And we help you execute for a whole year. And that's what people who already have their business. And there's the other group of people like, hey, I don't have a business. I need to get started. Then that's where our turnkey program comes in. And that's the program that you need to be in. So yeah, this was amazing. Did you guys enjoy this? Let us know. Did you enjoy this? Let us know. Let us know. Let us know. Let us know if you enjoyed this.
If you enjoy this.
Let us know in the chat if you enjoyed this. If you had a blast, let us know. Let us know.
Let us know in the chat. Let us know in the chat. How was this? Let me trying to go see if there's any questions that we can answer. Someone says, yes, breaking generational poverty. Definitely, definitely. Nurses in the house. Yay, Rachel. Nurses in the house. All right. Thelma said, awesome. Kenyatta said, yes, yes, yes. All right. Enjoyed, y'all. Yay. Definitely. Listen, what is your next step, right? At the end of the day, for those of you who were in the at the conference, you know I repeated this over and over and over again. Implement. There are 3 phases of getting things done, of success. 1, get a coach, right? Someone who's been there, done that, they know the ropes, they know the route, and you don't have to actually do everything, by yourself, trying to hurt yourself all the time. Where Rachel says implement, right? So the coach says, here's the plan. All right, here's the game plan. And the coach tell you, then you listen. How do you actually show that you listen? Is that you execute, right? You execute. So you get a coach. The coach says, this is the plan. You listen by your execution. And that's it. That's how you win, right? That's how you win. So, and that's basically all that we want for all of you guys. We want you to win. We want you to win at this. We want you to win at this thing. And the best way for you to win is to have someone that can tell you, this is the next play in the game. And then you play it so that you can win. Because at the end of the day, like we were saying, a lot of us, we're not given that blueprint, right? We had to fight and find out, spend a lot of money in a lot of coaching to piece things together. And now we can just give it to you, right? Because we want you to win. That's all. We just want to make sure that you get what you need so that you can win. And if you had that blueprint, you would have made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 millions already. If you had that blueprint, right? If you had that blueprint, you would have made 1, 2, 3, 4, $5 million already. If you had it. And this is what we want to make it available to you, to give you that blueprint. It's your first or next $1 million in your home care agency. So join us. Either way you join us, join us at the conference. Apply for the mastermind. Join the turnkey, wherever you fit, right? Wherever you fit,
something for everybody.
You will get what you need wherever you fit in the pathway. As long as you're in the pathway, from explorer to leaders of leader, as long as you're in the pathway, we will help you get to your next level. We'll help you get to your next level.
Awesome, y'all. So thank you so much. Thank you for being here. It was an honor. It was a pleasure hosting you tonight. Thank you for sticking till the end. We love you, and we can't wait to continue the journey however you choose to. It's your choice. That's one thing about us. We don't force you. We don't pressure you. You choose what is best for you. If the conference is your next best step, then you go there. If turnkey program to help you get started is your next best step, then go there. If your mastermind is your next best step, then you go there. You choose what is best to you. So we're super excited, and thank you for allowing us to serve you in this journey. And we will see you soon. To everybody who stays here, came here today, congrats. To everybody who signed up for the conference today, congrats. For everybody Explorer who wants to know more about our turnkey program, congrats. To everyone who completed the mastermind application, congratulations. We're excited for you. We're excited. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We don't take you for granted. Until the next thing, we'll see you soon. Thank you.
Recording stopped.